Beyond bent. Janssen! And Blackburn Rovers are 18 minutes away from a Premiership return.
As far as Stewart, just outside the penalty area, clips it central for David Dunn. David Dunn equalises. It just had to be. Dax corner and it goes. Glance towards goal, and Rovers have taken the lead. And Charlie Mulgrew has scored his 14th of the season.
Rovers fans, welcome back to yet another Rovers Chat Watch Along. Today, Rovers host Reading, looking to get back to winning ways after 4 games without a success. Hopefully this is the day where that all changes. Hopefully we don't extend that out to 5, but Reading will be making sure they obviously spoil our party. Have to see if they can do so. Welcome to all, wherever you may be watching from. Of course, I am Ollie Walker-Peel, your host of the Watch-Alongs so far this season, and it is a pleasure to bring another one to you. We'll go to the comments in just a moment. But, yeah, it's interesting to see. I'm not sure about this game. Again, QPR, I wasn't confident. At the moment, I'm really not too confident either. But hopefully, this is the game where we go back and grab all 3 points. But I suppose time will tell. Dizzy Thumbs is in the comments saying, come on, the mighty Rovers. Hopefully we can get the job done, mate. Also watching from Australia, which is obviously good to see that there are some Rovers fans present in this country. Sometimes it feels like I'm alone in that regard, but then I log onto Twitter and Facebook and the like and see that that isn't the case. But it is good to see that that we do exist out here. And Graham Hamilton, who is at Ewood this afternoon, still gets in with his Colin Hendry comments, who is, of course, starting this afternoon for Rovers. I mean, he isn't, but the team, the 11 players that are starting for Rovers are as follows. If I go through the lineup very, very quickly: Thomas Kaminski, Randy Ambe, Darrell Lenihan, Daniel Ayala, Taylor Eden, Lewis Travis, Joe Rothwell, John Buckley, Tyrese Dolan, Ben Brayton Diaz, and Sam Gallagher. I lost my train of thought there for a second as I finished off that lineup. But there are a couple of milestones for Rovers players. Always good to reach our milestones at the moment. So I think Tyrese Dolan is one of them who has got to a milestone today. I just want to make sure I get that milestone correct. So Tyrese Dolan is 50 Rovers League appearances, which is mental to say that it's happened so quickly. I mean, he would even admit himself that he wouldn't even have thought that would happen so quickly. And Lewis Travis, 100th Rovers start for him this afternoon against Reading. So, again, another milestone. He can raise the bat in that regard. So, that's absolutely quality to see. Graham Hamilton, thank you for all the support, mate. As always, you're a top man yourself. I'm glad to have you here. As always, go through the Rovers bench ever so quickly before we move on to Reading. The Rovers bench consists of Ainsley Pears, Jan-Paul van Hekke, very unlucky, I think, to be dropped. I thought he was decent in the last couple of games, but is what it is. I suppose going to a back 4 as it now looks, maybe that now helps. I'm a fan of the lineup, I agree, but Van Hekke probably can count himself unlucky. Maybe he doesn't work as well in a back 4 as he does in a back 5. But Bradley Johnson, Leighton Clarkson, Reda Kadra back on the bench after illness in Pervada, and Dan Butterworth, who did start the last game, he does drop to the Rovers bench. David Wood saying, come on, Rovers. Need win. We do need a win massively. 4 without one. We haven't won since Cardiff. And how long ago does that feel? That we were partying after a Diaz hat-trick. Hopefully we are partying again back at Ewood. So I'm hopeful that things can happen. But Buckley comes in, Dolan comes in, Gallagher comes in, and Rothwell comes in. Van Hekke drops out. You've got... who else dropped out? Who else was... Well, Clarkson obviously drops out. Butterworth drops out. And then, by way of injuries, who else was injured? Pickering was the one who got injured as well. So, look, it's going to be an interesting team, but I don't mind it at all. I agree with Dizzy Thumbs. I do like the lineup. So, hopefully, we can get 3 points from it now, which would, of course, be absolutely brilliant. But we'll go through the Reading team as well while we're here. Pickering, yeah, I got there eventually. I got there eventually. I was just looking to think who was the other player who got injured, and of course it was Pickering, because I knew that Teo hadn't started, but he started in midfield. I think he will now start at left back. So let's have a look at Reading's team. They've got Southwood in goal, Yiadom Babarahman on loan from Chelsea, a couple on loan from Chelsea. I've just come from a watch along, and we've talked about a couple of those Reading players that will be in the team. Babarahman, Liam Moore, Scott Danforth, Rover, Josh Laurent, Tom Deli Basharu, Danny Drinkwater, John Smith, Ajaria, and also Aziz. That's a good team. That's a good team. And on the bench, Rafael Cabral, Holmes, Ashcroft, Osorio, Kamara, Clark, and Puskas. That's a solid team. That's a solid Reading team. Let me just adjust my camera so the scoreboard isn't blocking me. But that is a decent team for Reading. And to be honest, as much as I would like to say that I'm confident about this afternoon, I can't say that I am. So that's what I'm going to say. I think our team is strong. I think the Rovers team we've got is strong. Nice to. Well, it looks like on paper we're going back to the 4-3-3, and I think that would make a lot of sense. Nice to have that Dolan, Diaz, and Gallagher front three back. I think that was a large part, of our early season successes was down to that. Obviously, no Pickering in the back four, but it's nice to see Niambe, Lenihan, and Ayala back in that back four, consistent. And Teo Adams is a quality player, whether you play him in left back or in midfield. So I don't mind that too much. And then that midfield three, Travis, Rothwell, Buckley, quality. Very happy with that team. Hopefully we can get the win. It has been a fair time in between drinks in that case. So hopefully we can make this one a win. If we talk about the early game in the Championship this afternoon, I know that there is a Borough fan who's a big mate of mine who is going to watch the game tomorrow morning in Australia, so I hope he isn't here. I'm going to wait to see if he's in the comments just a quick minute before I spoil it, because I don't want to spoil it for him, because he is, of course, a Middlesbrough fan. I'm going to presume he's not here, so I'm going to go with it anyway. And if he is, he can quickly switch off. But Middlesbrough got themselves the win earlier on today against, of course, Cardiff they played. So a good result for Middlesbrough, that 2-0 winners. So I'm sure they'll take that and go back to Yorkshire with a confidence up. In terms of my score prediction for this afternoon, I find this one a tough one to call. I don't think we'll win the game. I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. I know I said that for QPR, but I'm going to say a 2-2 draw, because I think there's definitely quality for Reading, and we've got our own quality. I think it'll cancel each other out. So 2 apiece is my score prediction. Get yours in the comments. I'll bring them up as soon as I get them. Nice to see Forest City back. I didn't see him in the QPR game. You always look out for the regulars, and I didn't see Forest City. So good to see you back, if indeed you weren't there midweek. Just get your wallet ready for when Gallagher inevitably bags. That's all I'll say. But great to have your support. As always, 0-0 slog. No, please no. Please no. Please no. I've just seen 7 goals go in another watch along. I don't want to see a 0-0 here. I just want to see a positive Rovers result. I'll take. Whether that be, I'd take a draw. If you offer me a draw now, I'd take it. People might say mediocrity, but that's what it is. 2 on Rovers, says Matthew, don't mind that. And Forest City, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to bring the comment up. It's fine. But, it's always good to see you in the comments. And I was wondering what you got up to. But hopefully things are all good. And life things, it's absolutely fine to have other things going on. I'm not saying that it's not. It's just, it's nice to see you back, mate. It's nice to see you back. That's harsh. That's very... Let's put a smile on my face, but it is quite harsh. Bloody hell, Forest City, you're brilliant, mate. Yeah. I'm just waiting for kickoff now. We're still a while away. We're still 20 minutes away, which is quite frustrating, but there we go. I actually want to bring up... It wasn't fun. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I actually want to bring up a comment I received in the earlier watch along I've just come from. I know we've done a lot of work on mental health recently, and I'll be honest, I've been struggling a little bit. I feel like there's thanks, by the way, Forest City. Before I go on to that, it was brilliant to do. I've been struggling a bit with exams and stuff and everything else that's happening, and I got a comment on the previous watch along. We had 3 people on the panel. I don't know who the comment was directed at. If it was to one of us, I don't really care, because whoever it was directed to, it's a heartless comment, telling one of us to shut up and go die was the comment that I received. I was hosting the thing and I just blocked him. So that wasn't a nice way to start that first watch along, and hopefully that same person or anyone else for that matter doesn't come on and comment something similar again, because comments like that you take it to heart, especially when you're hosting a watch along stream. I was a bit rocked by that comment and was a bit taken aback. So look, I think I've recovered from it now. It did unsettle me a bit, but I think I'm okay. So hopefully we can just keep moving forward. And I just wanted to say that if any of you are struggling, you know, if you need to send me a message on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, my DMs are always open. So if you think you're alone, you're not. I'm always here if you need. Because if I can help anyone, then that'd be brilliant. If of course I'm required, I'm happy to help. So hope you lot are all well, because I wanted to address the comment that I received earlier on, because it got to me a bit, and I was on air and I kept going on air. I know, forgive and forgot, but I have a tendency, to overthink and to worry. So I just wanted to mention that, because it didn't quite sit right with me. And I know that's the comment. Don't worry about trolls, but with a comment as hurtful as that, it just like, that's the one thing that someone can say to me that I just can't take. I can't deal with that. Someone telling someone to end their own life. I can't sit there and just accept that. So I just wanted to mention that. I hope you lot don't mind. But I did block. I'm gonna forget. They do like to say things, but I just wanted to mention that and address that before we started. But I'm okay now, and I hope you lot all are too. Hopefully, Rovers can improve my mental health. I mean, I do say this, like, whenever it's a weird thing with my mental health, right? Because whenever I seem to have a bad day before a Rovers game, Rovers usually then follow it up with a win. If I have a really good day before a Rovers game, Rovers always seem to lose. So I think I had a decent day yesterday. Not too good, not too bad. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. So I'm not sure if that's going to correlate and what that's going to mean. So yeah, that's my point. And yeah, let's move on to the game. First of all, welcome to Naive Steve. Afternoon/morning. It is the early morning for me. In fact, it's just about to tick up to 1:45 in the morning. So again, the early starts or the late nights, whatever you want to call them. We're out of lockdown now, actually. So that makes me quite happy. Not that I'm going to do anything, because I don't want to catch COVID before my exams and then miss all my exams. But I don't have the freedom yet. But we're out of lockdown, which is amazing. It's been a long time in lockdown. But yeah. Thank you, Jesse, for the comment. Means a lot. Can be rough reading those types of comments. Wear my emotions on my sleeves and can relate. Your heart is a good one. Nobody can take that away. Thank you, mate. That does mean a lot. So's yours as well, by the way, Forrest. You're a legend. Obviously having people like you here, we had a little, laugh about it before, but it does actually mean a lot. It really does, and I mean that sincerely. I can repeat the subs. I can repeat the Rovers subs. Just give me a moment to get them back up. And I'm absolutely more than happy to read the Rovers subs. I think off the top of my head, before I bring it up, Pears, Van Heck, Johnson, Clarkson, Pervader, Butterworth. I don't know if I've missed anyone there. Let me see. Those 6 are definitely on the bench. Let me see if I've missed anyone. I don't think I said Cadra, did I? I named 6. And there's 7. So the only one I missed was Cadra. So Pears, Van Heck, Johnson. Going to get my finger counting on camera. Clarkson, Pervader, Butterworth. They're the subs. I've just counted 6. My brain's gone, okay? My brain's gone. The 7 subs, I've just named them. Hope you lot have got there. And you can see the 11 on the screen. I do apologise. Right. 15 minutes till kick off. I'm always optimistic. I do say that Saturdays are the best days, right? Because football, like even in Australia, like growing up in England, I'm going to move my camera so I'm slightly more central. Even in England, right? I said I forgot Cadra twice. Well, Cadra's on the bench, okay? Reddy Cadra's back on the bench, and I'm really happy. Even if I'm being a bit of a donut, right? Cadra's on the bench. I'll read the subs out before kickoff just so we can remove any sort of doubt. But Reddy Cadra is on the Rovers bench, which I'm happy about. I've lost my train of thought. We'll go through the subs again one more time. So, Pears, Van Heck, Johnson, Clarkson, Cadra, Paveda, Butterworth. They are the 7. And I've lost where I was going to go. But look, hopefully things go well is all I'll say. I do really like that 11. But I'm a little bit worried as to what Reading will provide. Because that team is decent. That Reading team is decent. Ajaria quality, Swift quality, Laurent quality. At the back, I'm not really seeing a lot of Southwood. Obviously, Rafa Cabral's a good goalkeeper, so I'm interested to see why he's on the bench. A lot of experience. Drinkwater obviously won a Premier League with Leicester, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go. Pairs, let's do some. Don't mess with my head. Right, Steve, don't mess with my head, please. Please. Oh, my days. Dizzy Thumb says he wants Butterworth on sometime today. He needs to keep building his confidence. Agreed. Paveda and Cadra can wait. I mean, I think Cadra offers a lot, though. And to be honest, especially if we're chasing the game, we're not limited to the amount of attacking subs we can bring on. So I think Cadra and Butterworth, I would like to see both of those two today. Alongside, I don't know, possibly a Paveda if needed. I'm not a big fan of Paveda, but if needed, we might have to go with it. Reading's formation. It looks like a potential back 5. Because if you think Eadom defender, Rahman defender, Moore, Dan, Lauren all seem to be defenders, right? And then it looks like either a midfield 3 or maybe a midfield 4, maybe a 5-4-1. I'm going to go with a 5-4-1. To be honest, I haven't really seen a lot of Reading this season, if any at all. But from the skill sets of the players that I know they've got, I think a 5-4-1 would make sense, or something close to that. Blackburn players first, like the lineup. I know, and I like the lineup. Obviously, 11 permanent Blackburn players, right? It's good to see, but I think Cadra. I will say the loan signings have disappointed me so far this season. The loan signings have disappointed me so far this season. Obviously, I really wanted to see Leighton do well because he's a mate of mine. He probably hasn't lived up to what I thought he would. But Cadra is the only one that I think has so far shown, and Van Heck's shown a little bit, but he's a centre half. Cadra's one for me that I would bring on despite the fact he's alone because I think he can offer something special. But yeah, I agree. Blackburn players have to be prioritised unless there's someone that can add something more. And yes, this is the ideal Rovers lineup. You could maybe argue Pickering for Eden, but I think as good as Eden's been, he has to start. So I think this Rovers team on the screen is a very, very good Rovers team. So hopefully it's one that can continue and move forward as a team. Because it's because of the disjointed nature and the injuries and stuff that's why we've taken the downturn in form. Hopefully returning back to the settled lineup gets us back to winning ways. Because this team is capable of doing a lot of things. A lot of good things. So hopefully they can do them again. And apologies if I do grow ever tired. I do have the Pepsi cans. I have about 30 in a fridge behind me, so I'm well stocked up. It's currently 1:45. I am slightly tired, but we're going to get through. And hopefully a Rovers win could send me off to bed quite nicely. I'm just going to bring this comment up from before from Forest City. Game time waffles. This is what it's going to be. I'm not going to actually have waffles in front of me, but I'm going to be waffling a lot, probably. That's what I'm like. You lot all know that. So it's going to be a lot of waffling. If you're having waffles, then cool. It's going to work for you. Have one now. You know what? You know what? You know what? In the words of the great Ben Brayton Diaz himself, as I find the door to close my fridge. Let's get it on camera. Why not? Why not? Quality. I tell you what, if I don't know if they have this in Chile, if they have a picture of Ben Brayton Diaz on the can. If someone from Chile comes in later on, can you verify if you've got a picture of Ben Brayton Diaz on the front of your can? Because I would like to see that. And if so, I would like one shipped over. Even if I never drink from it. I think the novelty of a Ben Brayton Diaz Pepsi can would be amazing. Chelsea 7, Norwich 0. Norwich were the best championship club last season. Just shows the difference a billionaire club owner makes, and it shows the difference between the step up between the Premier League and the Championship. It's getting bigger every season, and I hate it because Norwich just seem to go up and come down. It's a recurring cycle. Norwich were horrendous today, by the way. I mean, that scoreline says it all. But they were absolutely woeful. It's one of the worst Premier League performances I've seen by a team in a long while. Got absolutely battered. So Norwich are going to come down again. I think the team from across the road, who I won't name, I think they're going to come down too. Which we've seen the whole euphoria between Blackpool and Preston. Some people said it was the biggest derby in Lancashire. They obviously forgot the fact that the Cotton Mills derby or the East Lancashire derby exists. But it would be nice to see that back. He's been benched. Armour's been benched against the Dingles. But I think if he comes on, he'll score. And I've been saying this to everyone. Like, not many people over here have an interest in Championship football, right? A lot of people have an interest in Premier League football. I've been saying every touch Armour gets if he comes on will be booed by the Burnley fans, and I cannot wait. Obviously, I'd rather Rovers win. That's the main priority of the day, is to see Rovers win. If Burnley can lose on top of that, I'll be very, very happy. As always, that's the life of a Rovers fan. That's the life of a Rovers fan. Can I just say, by the way, first game time waffle. I know you might have actually been saying that in terms of actual waffles, but I'm going to actually take that on for the rest of the watch along. Just that I just waffle on. Pepsi Max, right? Best soft drink going. Best going, I reckon. Especially because of Ben Brayton Diaz. Let me know if you agree. That was my big question for the moment. What is the best sort of drink of choice? Maybe yours isn't soft drink. Maybe there's some alcohol ones in there too, but that's okay. Any drink of choice. Yeah, I thought you might be. But I'm gonna actually take that on and twist the meaning of the word waffles, just to make it fit my my hosting style a bit more. But I thought that might be the case, and hopefully they're decent waffles. I'm sure they will be. East Lancsau Classico, or the Land Classico as it's sometimes called. I would just call it the East Lancashire Derby. Me really. I would just call it the East Lancashire Derby. Sugar is better than that poison. I disagree. I don't know why. I just like it. I just like it without sugar. Usually I would go for full sugar options, but I just think something like Pepsi Max just hits different. I don't think the Dingles will get relegated. Sean Dyche's just too good. As frustrating as it is to say, you are right. I just don't. I think Burnley's luck is going to run out. They haven't won yet, for Christ's sake. I mean, there's 3 teams in the Premier League who haven't won after like 9 games, which is unheard of. And I think they'll be the 3 that will come down. Unless Newcastle spend big, and I can see them staying up. I mean, they probably will. So Newcastle should realistically be fine. But it's just who comes down instead of them, right? Burnley and Norwich, I think, will come down. Ewood doesn't look... I mean, we say this all the time, don't we? Coventry made he would look very full. Reading have brought no one down. Brought a couple hundred. And to be fair to Reading fans, and I will be fair to Reading fans, it's a long journey down from London to Lancs. Cold day. They've brought probably a few hundred down. Ewood looks about, a third to a half full, somewhere in the middle. It's going to be a 13,000 style crowd, which is a shame, but sometimes that's the way it works. I think even the watch along viewers have dipped so far. Maybe with kickoff that might increase, but yeah, attendance is down. I'm expecting. I'm hoping for at least 20,000. At least 20,000 for the Sheffield United game. With the fact that Sheffield United have got such amazing fans, the journey from Sheffield to Blackburn is short, and the reduced ticket prices, I think we have to be expecting at least 20,000 at the game against Sheffield United. Afternoon, Ollie, what we all need to know is, have you been practicing your DS celebration? Not since I uploaded it to TikTok, but I know what it is, so I'm ready to do it if needed. What's the weather? From the attire most people are wearing, it looks cold. I don't think it's raining. I think it's just overcast. Although they haven't really shown a picture of the sky. So I believe it's just overcast. But I think it's clear. What strip are Reading wearing? I don't know. I could check on the Twitter for you. But they haven't actually come out of the tunnel yet. I might check on Twitter. Does a Twitter show what they're wearing? They're obviously not wearing the home shirt. That's obvious. Let's see if they've got any pictures in the dressing room. It looks like a yellow. It looks like the yellow, I believe. Say what one about Burnley, but have Dyche on Mowbray. I think we all would, to be honest. As much as we don't like Burnley, if we're being honest, we would take Dyche over Mowbray. I actually think Mowbray's done a good job, or a relatively good job, I'll say. But I would, definitely would take Dyche over Mowbray. Highly hope all is well. Hopefully see Kadra today. Agreed. And yeah, they are definitely wearing yellow. Yellow shirts, yellow shorts, yellow socks with a sky blue and navy blue trim. Good to see Travis is back so quick. Hope he's not going to break down. He's fully recovered. Well, that's the sort of worry with Trav is if he goes down again, because he obviously went down the first time against QPR midweek, then went down again before getting withdrawn. If he goes down once, I'd be slightly worried. Reading channeling Norwich from earlier today. I mean, if it's a 7-0, I'd take it. If it's a 1-0, I'd take it. Any Rovers win, just let me remember how it feels to win, please. It would be nice. Can't wait to see the Niambe celebration. We need to make one. I don't have too long left on these watch-alongs. So if there's any lasting legacy I can leave, I might do watch-alongs later on in the season when my life calms down a little bit. That will be something I'm interested in if I get the chance. But if there's one lasting legacy that I want to leave, I want a Ryan Niambe celebration. Maybe that Ryan Niambe can even use himself. But so put in the comments, try and describe to me what an ideal Ryan Niambe celebration is. Like step by step. Don't make it too tough. Make it rather easy to complete. Right? If you can. And I will try and formulate a Ryan Niambe celebration. Because he doesn't have one. That's because he doesn't score. I want to make one. So let me know what you think an ideal Ryan Niambe celebration would be, within reason, and I will try and perform one, and I'll see what you lot think. Does that sound like a deal? Does that sound like a deal? I think that sounds relatively fair. There's your task, Naive Steve. There's your task. Was impressed with Butterworth midweek. I think he had a good first half. He definitely does have the aggressive streak that we've been missing. I agree there. He faded a little bit second half. But first half, I was impressed. He did some good things. Thoughts on another name combo? We already have Travanport. How about Travelwell? We're getting the Buckley L in there. I see. Rothwell's going to leave in January. It looks like, so maybe that one's not going to stick for too long. But that's not actually too bad for a midfield 3. Absolutely no representation for John Buckley rather than a solitary L. Trav and Rothwell have hogged that new name you've got, the new moniker, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know if that's the right word to use, but yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I suppose you could, yeah, you could use it. But yeah, it's just you've got to give Buckley more of a weight than that. Who would you choose, Travis? Who would you choose over Travis, Davenport, or Johnson? I'm choosing Travis, so I'm not choosing anyone over Travis. Oh, sorry, I've seen the pause. Who the full stop? Who would you choose over Travis? Well, are you assuming if he's injured? Probably Johnson for experience, but I don't mind Davenport either. Sorry, I just didn't read the full stop there. I misread your comment. Probably Johnson for experience, although I wouldn't mind seeing Davenport get a run because I actually don't mind him. Need Rothwell's signature or he should be dropped? Well, I've seen a few takes on that. I said reasonable, Naive Steve. I said reasonable. I said reasonable. So all players taking the knee. Good to see that there is still a fight against racism happening. Obviously, Premier League have got the No Room for Racism campaign running. So hopefully racism can be stamped out and eradicated soon because there's no need for it. As Rovers kick off, going from right to left in the obviously the home kit. In fact, it's actually been called back. And we are now away. Second time of asking. Rovers right to left. Reading left to right. Hopefully Rovers can get the job done. Slightly nervous about this game, I will be honest. But was it Reading who scored like in the first 10 seconds? Last time they played at Ewood? Was that the Reading game? It was, wasn't it? Was it Yaku Mete who scored inside like 10 seconds? That was a nightmare. In fact, it was inside 8 seconds, I believe. Which was horrible. So that's not happening again. We survived the first 8 seconds. As Aziz tries to run onto it, won't get there. So as long as we can survive the first minute, then that's a win. If Travis is injured, yeah, I understand that now. I'm sorry for not being able to read the comment. Probably Johnson for experience. Although I want to see Davenport get a run because I think he's actually underrated when he gets his chance. Personally. Sliced by Taywed out for a Reading throw. So I actually want to see. Yeah, a reasonable celebration for Ryan Nyambe. A reasonable celebration. I think because he hasn't scored, he'd just run. He'd get mobbed by everyone. Like everyone would just be hugging him. You know, there'd be a massive pile on because he hasn't scored. I can't wait for the day that Ryan Nyambe scores a senior goal. You know, whether it be with Rovers or not, I'll have a smile as long as it's not for a rival. I'll have a smile on my face when he scores. We need something from him, from his game after a bad run. Is that in relation to Nyambe? There's a few players you could put in that category, though, to be fair. Ball goes across to Darragh Lenihan. Just looks to clip the ball down the line. Then head-to-headers going on. Buckley now, Rothwell. Reading should keep the possession of the ball here, and looks like they will. Momentarily, at least. Good pressure this from Rovers. And Brereton blocks the ball down the line out for a Royals throw. Cardiff 0 Borough 2. Does McCarthy have the same contract as Mowbray? Well, I mean, he looks like he's on his last legs from from the outside looking in. It looks as though he's on borrowed time, to be fair. As most fans would probably see about Mowbray, but because we know our club inside out, most Rovers fans would probably think Mowbray probably gets to the end of the season anyway, even if we go on a massive spiral. And maybe it's the same at Cardiff, I don't know. But from the outside, it looks as though Mick McCarthy should be shown the door. But maybe there's something we don't know about. Alonso, welcome back to Rovers Chat Watchalongs, mate. Loving the Brayton shout. Daniel Hyle, triple captain this week. Don't know if I'd go that far. Ready now, surging forward. Shot blocked. Second chance for Reading to move forward. And they've won themselves a corner. So, slightly end-to-end at the moment. Josh Laurent was the man who won Reading the corner. Going to take the pressure off Kaminski and Niambe. Not predict a goal today. Predicting 2-2. Diaz and Eden with the goals. I said 2-2. So I can see that. As the ball's whipped in to the middle. Punched away by Kaminski. The birthday boy, of course. Out for a Reading throw. Clean sheet. We don't do that. That's not what Rovers don't do that. We can't keep clean sheets. I think we kept one all season, Barnsley. Unless I'm forgetting another time when we kept one. I think Barnsley's the only one. Which will happen first today? Good question, says Forest City. Goal or a yellow? I'm going to say a yellow. Yellow. Had to get it in there. I think a yellow will happen first. Although, absolutely no clue who for. It is former Rovers Scott down in the Reading lineup, Naive. It is. Shot and goal for Reading just over the bar. Aziz. First start for him in the league since August. Deli Basharu just with the ball short to him, just outside the box, curling effort over the bar. Central, so Kaminski would have been fine. John Swift is a man to keep the eye on. Yeah, John Swift is one of the best players outside the Premier League. In the EFL on form when he's at his best. So he's always one that I've tried to keep an eye on, especially when playing against us. It's nice to have the Tyree Stolen press back. I like to see it. I really do. We've won the ball back now. Buckley. Options forward of the ball. Goes wide to Tyree Stolen. 50th Rovers League start for the former Preston youngster. Goes to the byline. Just cross it in towards Gallagher. Reading win the first ball in the second. Not really clear though. Niambe looks headed into the middle and Deli Basharu should clear. As far as Lenihan who heads it on. Now Reading might look to move it away instead. They've won themselves a throw. Berger says, let's go Brayton. 100%. 100%. Hopefully Diaz can get himself a goal today. Hasn't scored in his last two. Of course, scored in our two defeats before that against Blackpool and Huddersfield. Tyree Stolen kept that on. Looks like a free kick, possibly for Rovers. Oh, I'll wait and see. Watch along audience building up. Good to see. Good to see. What's happened here then? So Buckley was fouled. I'm not sure if Ty Dolan keeps it on. If he does, probably advantage would have been nice to have, but I don't know if he actually kept it in play. So it was clipped forward. Not a bad ball towards Niambe, who chests it down. Ball into the middle and no one was in there. Southwood claims easily. Just can't wrap my head around why all these great seats are empty. The people who stay away from the grounds, who could go, there's always a reason, no matter what the reason is. And to be honest, against Sheffield United, I don't think there is a reason. So I hope to see at least 20,000. And if there isn't 20,000, then it's a massive issue because it just shows that there's problems at the club that stem. That stem beyond money. And obviously, we know that there are problems at the club that do relate to money, but the fact that the ticket prices are now so cheap for that game against the Blades, we need to get 20,000 in. At least. Will we do it? I'm not sure, but I think it would just be nice to send a message to say that there are fans out here that will come to games if we lower our prices. I think that's what we need. We need, fans behind our team in the stadium, supporting the lads. That's what we need. Rovers TV outside the UK. We'll have seen Davenport's face with Pervader on the bench ahead of him. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the thing. You've got to make some tough decisions, and it might be a requirement of the Leeds deal that we've got to have Pervader on the bench, but I'm not a fan of his. Now, Steve, regarding Tyrese Dolan, have you seen the football? I have. It's tragic. It's absolutely horrible. Jeremy Whiston, rest in peace. That was just such a tragic story. And fair play to Tyrese Dolan for all the work he's done in the mental health space. It's amazing to see. And we're lucky to have him as a Rovers player. He's brilliant. And obviously that he's done, the fact that he's done so much work in the space is inspiring. So top work for Tyrese. Sam says if he's not in Newport, he'd be there every game. If I wasn't in Melbourne, I'd be there every game. It's the same. Like, there are true Rovers fans out there, but some of them are overseas. Like, I would, if I could fly back to Lancashire tomorrow and get a ticket for as many games as I can, I would. But I just can't get back home. I would love to go. Like, I will say this, and I'll keep saying it. Like, it's the one thing I miss most. High Press, I do want to help you out here. So if you log into your account, then go to the match center, scroll down to the match center, and then you can hit watch live once you're there. So make sure you log into the account, scroll down, or go to matches, just find your way to the Reading Match Center, and then you can watch it. Yeah, if you Google Jeremy Whiston, it'll come up. It's absolutely tragic. But it's something that no one in life should have to go through, right? But he's handled it. He's helped. He's trying to help other people. So he's trying to turn a horrible negative into as much of a positive as he can, and it's brilliant to see. Go next year, next September. I don't know how my life's going to be at that point, but best believe, as soon as I can come over, I'm there. I don't know if you see the little poet collaborations I'm doing with Stand and Stare at the moment, but my whole poem was coming back to Ewood as Rothwell whips it in. Not a bad delivery. Back across goal. Reading should clear and eventually do. But not a bad ball into the middle there from, I believe it was Rothwell. But I do want to come back. If you find the poem, if you went onto my Twitter, it's up on my Twitter. I did 2 verses, and it was about me coming back to Ewood, and I was having discussions with someone who might well be in the comments here. Might well be in the comments. I mean, they've been in a lot of Rovers Chat watch-alongs, and is one of my greatest supporters out here in this country who said that they've never been to Lancashire, but will come with me next time I'm over. So that was the whole basis of the poem, really. So if you want to go and find that, have a look, have a read, because I was quite proud of it. And it just shows how much I miss Ewood. And my first priority when I go back home is to go to Ewood and see a Rovers game, because I've not been in. It's going to come up now to 9 years, is it? Is it 9 years? No, it'll be 8. It'll be coming up to 8 years. 8 years next month, and that's way too long. I think we'll recall him in January and send him out to another club, maybe back to Shrewsbury. Dolan is special, 50 today. He'll score the winner. I hope you're right. It's a very, very sad. It's a very sad interview. It's a very, very sad interview. The whole story's sad. It's very sad. Hey, look, there is a lot of pressure on us. There is a lot of as a teenager right now, as someone who is in the final year of secondary school going through exams. My life has been, I've been stressing quite a lot. Been going through some mental issues of my own as Tyrese moves forward. As we talk about mental health, Tyrese just does bits with the ball at his feet. So he's obviously done so much work in the space I've talked about. But I've been having my own mental problems and mental issues. My life hasn't been the best as of late. It's not easy. It really isn't. But I'm just hoping just to get through and just keep going, keep moving forward. Because as long as I keep moving forward, I think I'll be okay. And I will keep moving forward. How come I'm in Oz? Well, when you're 9 years old and your family makes a big decision, you really don't get much of a say in it. But yeah, my family moved out here for a better life back in 2013 and I haven't been back home since. I do love it out here though, but I want to go. I want to obviously get back home. As Rothwell whips it in, not a bad delivery off the head of Ayala, but not enough power on it to beat Southwood, who just is able to catch the ball. It was a good ball in, found the head of Ayala, but just couldn't get enough power behind the header, and it just looped rather harmlessly into the arms of Southwood. Already quarter of an hour gone. This is already flown by. I just hope Rovers can just get the win. That's all I'm hoping for. Do you think Ben will leave the Rovers? Yeah. Sadly, I think he will. Maybe even in January. I hope he doesn't leave, but I think he will. Dan, bet you love it there, though. I know I would. I do love it out here, but I just miss home a bit. I think that's normal. Yeah, Brisbane's a nice place. I'm planning to go there, within the next couple of months, but I don't know if I'll be able to get there with all the COVID restrictions. I hope I can, but I'm planning to get to Brisbane in the next couple of months. As Reading break into the area, shots well over the bar in the end, but good attacking play from Reading there. Just shows that they are a real threat when moving forward. I talked about the attacking prowess that some of their players have got. I nearly showed it there. Good strength to get past Nyambe and a nice bit of skill too, but in the end the shot was rather harmless. Don't worry about him, 55. Well, that's not great. That's horrible to hear. Hope hope things are on the up somewhat. Hope that everything does improve if things aren't going so well. And you aren't alone. There are people that want to help you, Naive. So, I'm gonna give advice just to go and seek help if you feel comfortable doing so. And it's maybe advice I should take myself, but yeah, I don't know. Has he given a spot kick there? No, he hasn't. It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. I thought he pointed to the spot. My days, I thought he pointed to the spot. I thought Reading had got themselves a penalty, but Don't think they have. Would have been a soft one to give. Is there something there? No, he's looking to buy it. There's contact there, but he's looking for it. He's looking for it. How many minutes? We're in the 19th minute for me. We're in the 19th minute. As Rovers work their way forward. Lose it. Forest City, I love the comment, by the way. I agree. Talking is so important. I was planning on seeing someone, but I'm going to wait until after exams and then see if my stress calms down, if it's just a product of that. If it calms down, then I will, I'll probably leave it. If it keeps up, if the stress keeps up, then I'll go and see someone. But thank you for the advice. It's much appreciated. Diaz in ball to Rothwell, who just looks to run with it. Takes 3 or 4 Reading players out of the game. Keeps running. It's going to be such a shame to lose him in January if the reports are true, and I believe they are, as Buckley heads it on. Oh, mate, that was a bit awkward, but Southwood deals with it. I mean, it was on target. It was a tame header, but he was able to make it work eventually. Maybe would have had a few Reading hearts in mouths, but there you go. Not really a chance per se, but it was something. If you're watching, you'll sort of understand what I mean by that. As Rovers intercepted, will be brought back for a foul nonetheless. Currently in the 20th minute. I'll do a time check for those that are watching. Sorry, they haven't done that just yet. 19, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. We're at 20 minutes. So if you want to calibrate, maybe, rewind the stream back just so you can calibrate. And I'm more than happy for you to do that, of course, if that optimizes your Rovers watching experience. Just if you need to calibrate, you can do that. I'll do another. I'll do another time check soon. Just in another couple of brilliant comments I'm going to bring up in a moment. Life's a challenge, and you're judged by the way you react to obstacles that are thrown your way. You will make mistakes. Exactly. That's perfect. Very well summed up. Life is a challenge. There are a lot of things you've got to overcome, and it's how you react to that, and how you don't let things affect you if you can, and try and be have a positive mindset. That is exactly what life is, and at the moment I'm struggling a bit, but I'm sure things will improve soon. And education, yeah, there is a lot of pressure on us and my year group at the moment to try and pass exams. I'm feeling it at the moment, but that will pass as well. As Nyambe now has the ball on the Rovers' right, looks to support, finds someone Buckley, first time ball in the middle, finds Gallagher, holds it up for Rothwell into the middle, looking for Diaz, miscued clearance, but Reading again should be all right. It's been down both ends of the pitch as the ball, but there's not really been many chances. Dizzy, I might do that, by the way. It's a great idea. I didn't even realise that was a thing. Didn't realise that was a thing you could even do. So I might do that. Didn't even think that was a thing you could even do. I was just waiting for that shot to pass in case the score changed. The score is still 0-0. I will update the overlay just to show that, but I would have changed it anyway. If the game started in future, you might have just joined the stream, which is fine. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, because there are a lot. You don't want to be missing out on the Rovers content that's coming up. But if I haven't changed, if it's still the pre-match overlay, and I haven't changed it, it's still 0-0. And I've just forgot to change it, which I do apologise for. So thanks for the inadvertent reminder. Just hoping I'm not adding a Reading goal to this overlay now. It's whipped in from the Reading left. Header on goal, saved by Kaminski. Already looking to just send us away straight away. Haven't progressed too far yet, but yeah, there we go. I'll edit the overlay now, and then I'll get back to the comments. Hello to you, Jorge. Hope you're well. Yeah, just echoing that from before. I 100% agree. 100% agree. You know, I think some people will get through challenges easy and some won't. As you say, on a personal level, I think I've got through challenges to the best of my ability sometimes, and I'm done well to be doing as well as I am doing. As Gallagher's now got the ball for Rovers just outside the penalty area, whipped in, claimed by Southwood. Sam says here, it says, born in glaucoma in my right eye. That's horrible. And I've said all the sight in my right eye. Going from such an active personal training to not doing much at all. That must have been a massive change. But then again, as you say, it's all about how we respond. And so, you know, a resilient person you are, Simon, and it's, you know, good to have you here, mate. You're an absolute legend of a guy, and it's good to see that you've responded to the challenges as positively as possible, and it just shows how you can do that. So, so thanks for sharing that, because that's something that would be potentially for some people quite personal and tough to share. So it takes courage to do that, and thank you for doing that. Depends what your beliefs are, but we all signed up for this thing known as life. Yeah, agreed. It's just about getting through and trying to make people happy, making yourself happy, making other people happy if you can. That's what I'm sort of believing. I'm watching the match, Rovers TV. I'm based outside the UK, so I can do that. I've had to answer that and say those words so many times this season already. It's not funny. As Redden have got the ball on their left, cross blocked by Travis. Now finds Rothwell. In fact, that's Tyrese Dolan who he's just found. Has he won Rovers a throw? I think he has done. Don't like anything getting my way. Still a baller on FIFA. Quality, Simon. Any standout players so far? For Rovers, I mean, Ayala's been okay. Buckley's passing range has been good to see. Not really too many standouts, I don't think. Rothwell's shown some good signs as well. There's been a few players slightly better than average, and a few players that have been average. That's not a slight on any of the players. They just haven't been able to grow into the game yet because it's not been a very expansive game. So players have just done their job. They've not really stood out. But hopefully that changes. Blackpool have just gone 1-up against Preston. So in the second biggest derby in Lancashire, Blackpool are a goal up. Can I just say, everyone seems to be well ahead of me. Everyone seems to be like 40 to 50 seconds ahead of me. And it's slightly frustrating because I usually find out about goals in the comments before I see them myself. So I'm sort of waiting for goals to happen. So potentially, if it's okay, if you could refrain from talking about goals for like 40 to 50 seconds in the comments after you see them, or until I react, that would be nice. I actually want to see the goals happen rather than see them in the comments, if I'm being honest. That would be nice. But don't worry if not. The dumb stream won't pause it. I know, that's the one thing I've seen this season. If you pause it and you play it again, it always goes back live. Like, don't like that. I can't like link up my stream with anyone. It's annoying. Try so hard not to spoil, and that's all you can do. If you spoil it accidentally, then no bother. But yeah, ideally, I would like to see the goals live. That's not a great. That's not not a great start to proceedings, Naive Steve. If you've just seen the score from a different game in the comments, that's not good. Hopefully, Rovers can get a goal anyway. The priority is Rovers winning, so let's get ourselves a goal. Ball fizzes into the feet of Diaz, who's taken down. Rovers looking to take the advantage as Buckley fizzes out wide to Teo Eden. Into the middle. Tyrese Dolan takes a touch. Can he keep the ball? He can. Got Ryan Nyambe alongside him. Back with Buckley. First time ball into the middle. That one won't work out for Rovers either. Eden steps in. And now Reading should be able to move away. Still under a bit of pressure, Reading, at the moment. And Rovers should win the ball back and do. Teo Eden, great first touch. Out wide to the Rovers left. Can he just spray a ball into the middle? He does. It's now with Tyrese Dolan. Looking for any option, really. A bit of support. Found some Travis, who went to Rothwell. And that's Lennon, who's gone forward. Rothwell just looking to unlock this Reading defence. Travis. Can he whip one in? Decent ball. Back stick towards Gallagher. Headed across looking for Dolan. Couldn't get there. Nyambe now back to Buckley. Rovers with a good spell here. It looks like it's come to an end. Who do we prioritise on a new deal? Brio, Nyambe or Rothwell? Out of those three, Brio. You forgot Lenihan in there too. He needs a new deal soon. And you've got an argument between Lenihan and Brio. Because I'd almost argue that Lenihan needs one more than Brio does, with him being the captain and with our team, falling apart when he's not playing. So you forgot Lenihan out of there, but out of the three you've listed, Brio for sure. Even though I would like Nyambe and Rothwell to both sign. I think Nyambe is crucial to hold on to. They all are. If we can hold on to them all, that would be great. But I think Brio, just for the goals he provides. It's now Reading who are looking to work their way forward. Rovers should clear away, at least momentarily. We just look to keep Reading out. Nearly 31 minutes played. And Travis will cut that one out and send that one all the way back to Luke Southwood in the Reading goal. As Lennon cuts out the pass and plays it short to Rothwell. Does well to keep the ball under his feet. Sprays out wide to Sam Gallagher. Breaks into the area. Can he score? Oh, he's hit the woodwork. So unlucky, Sam Gallagher. That would have been some goal. Great work from Rothwell to get it out of his feet. Then out wide to Gallagher. Hits the corner of the post and the bar. Or thereabouts. That would have been some finish. Not quite to be. Rovers agonisingly close to taking the lead. Ball out of play for a throw. Rovers ever so unlucky. Sam Gallagher nearly with yet another goal. Have a look at this on the replay. Great work from Rothwell, who's been brilliant. Out wide to Gallagher. Takes the ball inside the area. That is so unlucky. That would have been one of the goals of the season. But not quite to be. Ultra harsh on Gallagher. Ultra harsh. Agreed. This was on the contracts point. I think Rothwell, Lenham, but I think Rothwell's creativity will be harder to replace. I mean, maybe. I mean, it looks like we're going to lose Rothwell anyway, because I think, it looks like he's agreed a pre-contract with Rangers, so I don't even think we're... I think that's a lost cause, basically. Did I see the final Plymouth goal? I did. That's gone everywhere. That's gone viral on Twitter and everything. That was unbelievable. I think the money we have from Armstrong will be a big factor. Didn't spend the money so they could use it for the new contracts. Expect Ben to have a bumper deal. Just whether we've got FFP regulations. So So it just depends. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. If you want to donate $1, that would be, more than welcome if you feel so inclined, Forest City. I mean, you're under no obligation to, of course, but the option's there. Let's see if he scores first. Travis out wide to Niambe. Back to Lewis Travis. Again, Rovers just trying to unlock this staunch Reading defence. Unable to do so far. We're close to going 1-up with the best chance of the game as Femi Aziz is down for Reading. Looks like we might have a break in play. Agreed, Matthew. I think it's been decent. There's been some very good signs. Davenport and Rothwell will be gone. Mowbray's waste a great squad. I mean, Davenport, while I rate him as a footballer, isn't really a saleable asset. And we've still got a good squad. Like, I saw something, I think maybe Joel put up earlier on. Joel Grimmel put up a little while ago to see just the progression of the Rovers squad. And it has progressed. I'm going to try and find it while there's a break in play. Aziz is down for Reading. So I'm going to see. Because I know he was he put the comment in or replied to a comment. Yeah, he put it out. So since Mowbray's come in, Steele's gone to Kaminsky, Derek Williams to Pickering, as Puskas has come on for Aziz. Jason Lowe to Travis, Conway to Dolan, Feeney to Rothwell, Guthrie to Buckley, Graham to Brio. That's a fair transformation. So I don't think TM's wasted a great squad. I mean, he is to a point, but I think he's also got to be credited for building that squad too. I think we're back underway soon after the break with the injury. Dolan looks for Niambe. Brayton's on the edge of the area. Back to Dolan. Whips into the middle towards Gallagher. It's over his head. Rovers keep possession now with Buckley. Out wide again to Dolan. His pass was poor in the end, and Rovers lose possession. Reading back the other way. Pickering from Bell, not Williams. Well, I suppose. No, well, I mean, to be fair, that was when Mowbray came in. So Mowbray obviously signed Amari Bell, and Derek Williams was there when he came in. So I think that was the point that was being made. I was only reading off the tweet. Yeah, the squad is good, but he's doing nothing with it. I mean, I can see that argument. Yeah, definitely. I definitely can see that one. Probably agree with it too. But it has been built to a great team. Tio, welcome back, mate. So I remember you from the midweek stream as QPR. Good to see you back. McCarthy, really? So we were just saying before, how much time has he got left? Evidently none. Looks like Buckley's going to get booked. So, what have we said? We've said that he would get injured before. I've just seen on Twitter that Daniel Ayala is going to just come off injured. Have I just missed this? Van Heck's just apparently come on for Ayala, I've seen on Twitter. Yeah, he is coming off. Oh, no. We were saying how good Ayala's been. Van Heck's coming on. Well, looking at our bench, well, we need someone to show up now. We need Van Heck to show up now. Just when Mowbray plays them, it's questionable sometimes. Agreed. But those that Obviously, just to repeat, those that may have missed it, Daniel Ayala's off. Van Heck is on as a free kick resulting from the Buckley challenge is straight into the wall. And Rovers have got themselves a throw. A massive blow with Ayala. Huge blow. So yeah, the yellow before the goal. We had that sort of discussion before, but yeah, yellow for Buckley before the goal. Diaz nearly turned himself into trouble. He's done well to get out of that, to be fair. He's done really well to get out of that. Well played. Would have been a problem if Diaz had lost the ball there. Oh, brilliant Ty Dolan. Brilliant Ty Dolan. Out wide to Buckley. First time ball in the middle, not bad, but Southwood, good goalkeeping off his line. Ball was in towards Gallagher, but Southwood quick to snuff out the danger and take the catch. Rose played some good stuff here, to be fair. Been promising. Quality comment, Forest City. Quality comment. Quality comment. Take away the Gallagher and Diaz transfer fees. The Rovers team hardly cost anything. Let's have a look at the starting 11, right? We obviously won't worry about Van Heck. I know he's just come on, but look at the starting 11. Kaminsky, very cheap. Was it under $1 million? Was the rumoured fee? There's been, I've seen 500k, 750k. Let's say under $1 million for Kaminsky. Nyambe Academy, Lenihan Academy, Ayala, free. Eden, 1 million. Travis Academy, Buckley Academy, Dolan on a free free after Preston released him. Gallagher and Brio, obviously the two expensive ones. So you're right. We've done well. The Academy's served us wonders, by the way. That's why we need to invest so much into it, I think. Especially with the likes of Jake Garrett coming through and Ash Phillips coming through. The Academy's the gem of the club. I saw someone say it before. But they're right. They're right, definitely. Have faith in Van Heck? I do too. I mean, I have faith of him in a back 5/a back 3, whatever you call it. I've not seen him play in a 2. Alongside just one other centre half. That's going to be the slight potential problem. I think that might be the only one. So yeah, Cardiff has sacked Mick McCarthy after the loss today. So is it going to be one of those where Rovers might see that and say, if we lose today, is Mowbray out? I don't know. I would obviously rather see Rovers win. I never want to see Rovers lose, even if it is the end for the manager if we do lose. I want to see us win. So let's see if we can win. Buckley finds Diaz on the turn. Loses out in the end. Now more back to Southwood, who should be able to clear away for QPR and does. I had to deal with a lot of rubbish players when he came in, turned it around really well with transfers. I mean, yeah, I think that's been one of his best things that he's done at the club, right? Is he's revolutionised transfers, I think. And revolutionised the squad. Sure, maybe, not doing too much with it, but he's made us, made a decent squad. Oh, that's not a bad effort, by the way. Not a bad effort. I think that's Sam Gallagher on the turn. Really not a bad effort that at all. So we'll, take a bit of confidence out of that. Nyambe, great first touch from Sam Gallagher, by the way. Rifled a shot and it's further wide than I first thought, but still not a bad effort, to be honest. That's mental news about Mick McCarthy, by the way. Youth is the way forward for Rovers, agreed. He's done well, but he's plateaued. TM isn't the answer. If our goal's playoffs, probably agree. Randolph. Of course, there's Pepsi, mate. There always is. Oh, that was nearly great play from Rovers. Nice 1-2 between Rothwell and Dolan. And then Rothwell looked to release Niambe, couldn't do so. Now it's Reading moving forward. We need someone just to get back on terms. It's not a bad foul to give away that from Rothwell, to be honest. Don't want to see him get booked, but it's not a bad foul, that. I don't mind that foul. Definitely is a foul. I don't know what Rothwell's complaining at. He's having a right go at the referee, but it's definitely a foul. Few expletives that you can easily lip read, but yeah, definitely a foul. So then, free kick right at the end of the first half here for Reading. This first half has absolutely flown by the way. Absolutely flown. Headed away by Van Heck. We just need to get to half time. Can't expect playoffs with the budget we have in FFP looming. Probably agree. I think if we are to sell Brio, I think that would really ease the troubles with FFP. Obviously, we want to keep him, of course, but if we were to sell him, I think that would really make things a little bit easier with financial fair play. 2 minutes added on, by the way, at the end of the first half. I was playing along. Oh, Trav, I thought he was about to swing a boot in there and give away a pen, but he hasn't done. And there is a foul in the box, but it's a Rovers free kick rather than a Reading penalty. He pulls out right at the last moment, does Lewis Travis. If he goes through with a challenge, it's a Stonewall pen. So it's lucky that he did end up pulling out. Needs to be careful with what we wish for. Look what happened after the vote. Yes, we do. But it's a point where I agree with that, right? I agree with being careful. But that said, if we want to have ambitions of taking the next step and moving up, we can't just keep the same manager, stale a bit. I appreciate what he's done for the club, but if we want to move forward, we need to move on. And I think that's the thing that we might have to do. But I agree with that comment. You've got to be careful with what you wish for. Definitely agree. Good play from Reading here. Ball in behind for Puskas. Lennon gets across. Good defending. That'll do. That's a great ball down the line for Brio. He's done superbly well there, Darrell Lenihan. Absolute star. Gets across. Cuts out a dangerous attack. Ball down the line for Brio, who wins a free kick. Quality stuff. Should take us through to the break. We sack Mowbray. Just here at the club where we need to bring in. Manager appointments since Venky's took over have been in disgrace. Other than Mowbray, Mowbray's been the best one by a mile, but yeah, hopefully we make a good decision. Commentators, is that our commentators? Is that our commentators? It's half time. Rovers 0, Reading 0. Not a great first half of football for a neutral, to be honest. Rovers have played some decent stuff. Rothwell's probably been our best player, probably been our most enterprising, but no real chances. And so at the break, it is Rovers 0, Reading 0. I mean, lack of commitment. That would be, a comment that I'm not listening to the commentary, but maybe that's what they believe, and everyone's allowed their opinions. So there you go. And the atmosphere, well, I can tell Ewood doesn't look even half full. So I don't know. How do you move? Well, this is the issue, isn't it? This is the issue. Like, do we want to move on as a football club? Yes. Is it going to be tough to? Yes. I mean, the problem is Tony Mowbray, his contract runs out at the end of the year. So a decision is going to have to be made on his future, whatever way it is, whether it be that he leaves the club or he stays on. A decision has to be made at the end of this year because his contract runs out. So whether it is that his contract gets extended or he leaves, a decision will be made. If he is to leave, then we have to get a replacement in. We don't have to pay any money on compensation if we don't sack him. So he just runs down his contract, and we get a manager in. Who's available is your next question. Mick McCarthy is now available. Would I want him? Probably not. Steve Bruce is now available. I would be open to that. I've seen a lot of Rovers fans who said they wouldn't. And, again, it's a matter of opinions, but I would take Steve Bruce at Rovers. I've said that on here before. I haven't exactly been slated for it, but a lot of people have disagreed with that opinion. I would take Steve Bruce at Rovers. Maybe it's a foreign manager who we don't know much about. We could take, maybe I know it's slightly different with the owners and all that, but we could take maybe the Nuno approach or the Veljko Paunovic approach or the David Wagner approach of having managers who are unknown quantities in England come in and do well. I don't know, but that bridge will be crossed at the summer, whether or not Mowbray's tenure ends. A decision has to be made. Mowbray was brought in by Paul Senior, who was on the club temporarily. Any other manager has been poor. Gareth Ainsworth could be if he wants to move from Wickham. I mean, they could be on the way back up to the Championship. If he doesn't get promoted again, maybe could be a decent one. Obviously, being a Blackburn lad, it would make sense. Don't mind that idea. Just looking at the contributors chat, the Rovers Chat contributors chat here. Alex Lomax, who is a great lad, but the serial pessimist. The ultimate serial pessimist when it comes to Rovers. The worst outcome is a lackluster 1-0 defeat, which is probably fair. Glenn Entwistle has just said, it's been that poor, I've gone for a Bovril. So there you go. Ainsworth. Yeah. Again, yeah. How these managers you list going to do any better than Mowbray with a tiny budget? Maybe it's just a case of new ideas. Maybe it's just a case of trying something different, bringing new players in. Because no matter, like I say, a decision has to be made on Mowbray, right? Has to be made on Mowbray. So there is gonna be a decision. Has to be made, whether that be bringing a new manager or not. If it is that we have to bring in a new manager, then we have to bring in a new manager. Maybe it's just to stabilize before we try a new model or something and then launch again. But we just need to freshen things up again. Things were stale when Coyle, well, things were worse than stale. Things were toxic when Coyle was eventually sacked. Things have now got stale. There's a difference. Things have got stale, and we need to try and potentially rejuvenate and revitalize things. We could take that approach, or we could re-sign Mowbray and be happy with mediocrity. Because let's face it, there's no way Mowbray is going to take us down. So if Mowbray is not going to take us down, then that's, I suppose, a positive. But I suppose we could be looking at going up maybe in a few years. But I don't know. There's a lot to talk about regarding managers. I think we wait till the end of the season because I think realistically, Mowbray is going to get till the end of the season, and we wait till then to see what happens. Yeah, he's very honest. He's a top lad. I actually found out that I went to school with him when I was about a year ago. I found out that I actually went to school with him. He's a top lad. He was about 5 years older than me. And I don't really remember much about him, but he's a top lad, but also a massive pessimist. Vamos Chile, Vamos Ben, love it. Bruce and Ainsworth have done okay with small budgets, to be fair. Yep. Venky's have signed some managers for doing more than Mowbray as well. Yeah. Gary Bowyer, prime example. Gets to whatever it was, 7th in the league and still can't keep a job. Bruce all day long said it on Facebook. Blackburn page. He's a great manager and anyone can get us up, it'll be him. I don't mind. I actually don't mind Bruce's shout. I'll say that. Bring back Big Sam. I haven't heard this one. Loves controversy, break FFP rules big time, and deal with consequences after we're promoted. Not sure I'm a fan of that approach, because what if we don't get promoted? And then we've got FFP problems into administration, and we're in trouble. So I don't like that second part of it. Sam Allardyce wouldn't be opposed to it. I love our listing of the boring managers, but maybe that's what we need. How do you know? Maybe you could ask the question. You could ask the question. Suppose you never know. Need to get rid of TM's mates from the boardroom before we can move on. And that's the problem, isn't it? Obviously, Waggett, they've known from the time at Coventry. It's a ex-Coventry heavy boardroom, and has been across his tenure. So maybe we need to sort that out before TM can move on and we can move on as a football club. Hate to be a pessimist, but we try to freshen it up. See, that's the risk versus reward scenario, right? Because I accept what you're saying is true, and that's been the one thing we've said. The one thing we've said about this whole thing, we've kept coming back to Bowyer and how he was unfairly removed from his post as Rovers manager, and he was. But if there is a correct replacement identified, and let's be honest, I don't think Mowbray should be offered a new deal. And so in that case, whoever's responsible for the decision should be profiling managers right now. If they don't think Mowbray is the one to take us forward, then they should be profiling managers right now in order to take as much time and do their due diligence as possible to make sure that the correct outcome is identified for Blackburn Rovers Football Club. Because if Mowbray is not the man to take us forward, this next one is crucial. Because at the moment, we are stagnating as a mid-table championship club. I just don't want us to go down from here. It would be nice to go up. It would be a bonus. I just don't want us to go down from here. And that's the risk. And Allardyce, another one. We were a stable Premier League club. Sacked him, brought in Steve Keane. Rest is history. Duncan Ferguson would be a good manager. No one would dare sack him. You're right. He's a very tough manager. Definitely. What's TM done wrong? People moan about training on Diaz and Galley, but they're coming good. Agreed. I think TM's done a lot right. He's done a lot right. I think, especially, again, we outlined it before, the changing of the squad. He's made us a more exciting team to watch with exciting players and a team that you can get behind, that us fans can get behind, saying, right, these lads are together, they're going to fight, they're going to work hard. I just think that the run of losses that we seem to have every single season, and the fact that I don't think he's the man to take us forward, is why TM I don't think will be offered a new deal. I appreciate what he's done for the club, even if fans will say that he hasn't taken us forward. I will always back Mowbray's corner and say that he has, because when he picked up the Rovers job, we were in a shambles. Confirmed to be relegated down to League One almost, and he almost saved us from that. Right? TM has done a lot for our football club, even if some of our fans deny it. But I just think that we need a new face in the dugout. That's what we need. The manager's not afraid to say, the lads, wise up at half time. It's the same as Ollie. He's not their boss. He's their friend. He's gone mad once in a while. Yeah. And that's why the Roy Keane comment comes in here from Brett. Is Roy Keane, he did an okay job at Sunderland, was woeful at Ipswich. Do we give him another chance? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But I think this discussion is worth having towards maybe April, May time. Because I think if we make the playoff, and this is an if we make the playoffs, TM probably gets another contract, so we don't need to worry about this. If we're not looking like making the playoffs, and Mowbray, it looks like he's going to leave the club, then we can have these discussions. But now we're not sure. It's on Rovers TV. If you want to watch it, the game, keep keen on TV. TM has been a good manager. Things aren't going good. It's a close shot, winning good positions. The amount of games are chucked away, trying to play too defensive. That's the pain, right? That's the pain. I'm actually going to quickly translate this because I'm going to Google Translate. Don't mind. So I'm just going to help this this fan out. I don't know if this is right, but I can't speak Spanish, so this is about all we've got to do. So we're going to roll with. Let's try that. It's flat again, flat atmosphere in the ground, flat performance. Yeah, I just think we could do with someone to revitalise as long as the appointment's right. If you want a link to the website, then simple as. Just a quick one for anyone looking for a stream. Let's have a think. Let's have a look at the comments. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell the weather at the moment because obviously it's dark, so it's clear, I think. But there you go. With Keane, players would want to play for him. Sign for the club. We'll just have big name managers attracted big names. Daglish, Hodgson, Souness. Yeah, probably fair. That's nice at the moment. I don't know what he's done. Obviously got a sack from Barrow, didn't he? So it's not a great track record. We could try it, I suppose. I'm not so sure. TM and Waggett need more info and analytics in staff. Real-time info would help us out. Agreed. So many comments. Apologies. I'm going to try and get to them all. I mean, he's never been in that. Has he ever been in a role like that before? I can see what you're trying to get at, but has he ever done that before? Tony has made a lot of good signings. That's probably his best area of expertise at the club is the signings he's made. Worst being in-game management. Samson equalised. Livramento. I've got him in my FPL team starting, so I did see that. It's like 3 a.m. 2 a.m. Just gone 2 a.m. So yeah, it's an early one. Just hoping that Rovers can get a goal and I can be just sent to sleep happy. It's such a nice feeling when Rovers have got a win and you can go to bed thinking about it sleeping. It's such a good feeling, such an underrated feeling. And if you've never watched Rovers internationally and you don't know how good that feeling is, then I feel sorry for you because it's a good feeling. When Rovers win and you can just go to sleep thinking about it, how buzzing you are off the fact we've won a game of football, it's great. Dedication, I love my football club. I love working for Rovers Chat or doing bits for Rovers Chat. So 100%. So second half about to get started then. Reading obviously kicking us off because obviously we did in the first half. They're now from right to left. We're from left to right. Hopefully we can get the job done. No changes at the break, I don't think. Obviously one enforced for both sides. In the first half, Femi Aziz came off for George Puskas for Reading, and then Daniel Ayala was withdrawn for Jan-Paul van Hecker. That should pretty much catch everyone up, and the score, of course, is still 0-0 as we started. Hopefully we can get a goal. Would just be nice to see us win, of course. Oh, that's stating the obvious, isn't it? Reading with the first foray forward of the second half. Pull back as Eden cuts it out. Brayton into the middle for Rothwell. Ball over the top looking for Dolan. Who's never winning that, and it's off Ryan Niambe and out for a Reading throw. But can I just say thanks for that discussion? That was a interesting discussion, a long discussion for half time. And it was fun. No, Armour's benched, so Armour's not actually on the pitch. It was Tino Livramento, the FPL favourite, who got the goal. Did not think he was going to score, but there you go. Wouldn't that be something? So as it's getting later, I do apologise that I am now showing some symptoms of tiredness on these streams. So again, I do apologise, but there is nothing I can do about those. Toto, are you okay? Are you okay? Because you seem quite disappointed at something. Hope you're okay. I don't know if you were looking for something different and couldn't quite find anything, but I hope you're all good. Good run forward this from Swift. Well worked from Rothwell to cut him out on him. Just shoves Travis to the ground. Unnecessary, but he's straight back up. Get some coffee. I don't have any to hand. I've just got caffeine. In the form of Pepsi. So I'm going to try and use that. Oh, good question. Good question. Can't use anyone from the academy, I'm assuming. In the TM era. I'll get back to that. Rovers have got the ball in a good position as Tyrese Dolan takes the ball to the byline. Wins Rovers a corner. Right, I've got a bit of time to think. Best signing in the TM era. Right. Of the players in that team, only Rothwell was a real signing. Value-wise, because obviously Brio and Galley were quite expensive and only starting to come good now. I think probably Bradley Dack for me. You know, he's been injured for a lot of the time, but you can't underestimate how good he was in that League One season, even in the Championship. We could have sold him for a lot if he hadn't got injured. Low ball in over the bar. Is it back-to-back Rovers corners? No. Bradley Dack for me, personally. Either Armour or Dack. Armour's a good shout. Obviously, we sold him on for a lot. I'm going to take Dack, though. Why not drinking Pepsi out of a teacup? Who does that? Do people actually do that? That just is a bit strange for me. Don't quite understand that, but fair enough, each their own. As Rothwell goes over the top, that could be a good ball. Oh, Southwood was coming off his line, but Liam Moore just sorted it out anyway. We just can't break down this this Reading defence at the moment. Swift. I just look to work the ball forward. Tell that's not a free kick, it is. Oh my goodness. Dak might be back in 8 weeks. TM said that would be good to have him back. Hopefully, he can just get back to his League One best. I'm not sure if he will, but hopefully, I'm still holding that hope. Diaz did it in the ad. Oh yeah, of course. I see your reference now. Maybe that's something I might have to do, but I've already referenced the ad earlier on. Dak, Kaminsky, a great signing when they get extended. I think he's got an extension, a 1-year deal, much like Brio has. So we'll obviously use that. We'll put Graham into the option. Graham deserves to be considered, but I don't think he's on the level of Armour or Dak. I think you could argue a case for either Armstrong or Dak. You'd have to put a stronger argument up for Graham, but I think Armour and Dak are the main two for me. I've said that for a while. Dolan dispossessed. David Raya, I mean, he wasn't brilliant for us. I would probably agree with that. Since Paul Robinson. Raya, if not, though. Dolan best value signing. That's right up there. It's a great shout. On a free as well. He's on the ball now at the moment. In his 50th league start for the club. Because it's short to Diaz, who has been very, very quiet. Now back out wide to Dolan. Tries a few step overs. Doesn't quite work out. Gets dispossessed, and now Reading look to move the other way. Rovers should win the ball back and do. So with Rothwell looking to be the quarterback in the situation. Goes short to Buckley. Back with Rothwell. Travis. Now with Ryan Niambe as Rovers look to work something. Anything. Trying to get the ball into the middle perhaps. Buckley. In ball to Niambe. That's a good ball. Nice play from Rovers down the right. Niambe back into the middle. Will this one work out? No, it's claimed by Southwood. But really nice bit of build-up play down the Rovers right. Many players involved. Niambe and Dolan with a 1-2. Niambe then put it back into the middle. There's a header back from the Reading defender that was able just to cushion the ball back to Southwood. Even though I think a few people of Reading persuasion again might have been a bit nervous there, but they're able to keep their clean sheet intact for the moment. Excited about Booker's prospects. I am too, but he just needs to coach out the stupid fouls out of him. Because he's committed a few over recent games. But yeah, I'm excited about Booker too, I'll be honest. Sorry, now taken then for Reading. Buckley in possession for Rose. Back with Travis. Looks to switch the play from left to right. Finds Niambe. Great first touch. Darts down the line. Buckley lifting it over into the middle. Doesn't quite work out on that occasion either. Now Reading look to break. Nice intricate one-touch play for the Royals as they advance up and over halfway. Swift just loses it, gets the ball stuck underneath him and won't quite work out. Great ball over the top from Van Heck. Is Gallagher onside? He is. Breaks into the area, shoots, and it's a good save from Southwood. Stunning ball from Van Heck. Gallagher just fired it straight at the goalkeeper. Maybe should have done better, but stunning ball from Van Heck. The ability to pick that out is remarkable from a centre-half. It nearly led to the first goal of the afternoon. Yeah, Graham would be the conversation if best player in the TM era. Worst under Mowbray. Worst Mowbray signing. That's again a tough one. Coyle sound great. I wondered if it was Coyle into Mowbray or Lambert into Coyle who signed him, but he was a good player in the era, definitely. Worst Mowbray signing. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I'm gonna need time to think on that. I mean, the one that springs to mind, which is incredibly harsh to put him in, and sadly is no longer with us. But I never thought Peter Whittingham quite reached the heights that we all thought he might. And again, what happened to him, after the fact was absolutely tragic, and it's so sad that he's no longer with us. But in a Rovers shirt, I was so excited to see him play for Rovers. I don't think he ever, got to those heights. I know it was towards the end of his career, but I think he's one. Marcus Antonsson is the player you're looking for, and he might be another. He chipped in with a few important goals for us though that season, as did someone like Dominic Samuel, who may also be in the frame. Joe Nuttall. Was he not through our academy? Was he through our academy, Joe Nuttall? I get Nuttall and Samuel confused, I'll be honest. For the feat of Sam Gallagher, arguable that we're signing, you could put that forward. You could put that forward. There's a few. Who else is there even you could throw in there? Ben Gladwin, great shout. There's a few in that League One season that were kind of interesting ones. Who signed Elliot Ward? Who signed Elliot Ward? Which manager signed Elliot Ward? Because I know he played under Mowbray. Was he signed under Mowbray? That's the big question here. I forgot who signed Elliot Ward. For good reason. I forgot about Elliot Ward in general. 2016, that was before Mowbray. So it wasn't a Mowbray signing, but obviously featured under Mowbray. Paul Caddis, maybe. Surely Rose free kick. Maybe a yellow card for booting the ball away in frustration too, but potentially not. Breen, welcome back, mate. Welcome back. Hope you're all good. Hope you're recovering from the result earlier in the day. And if you wouldn't mind giving your 2 pence worth on the whole Mick McCarthy situation, then that would be good. Of course, if you've missed it, Mick McCarthy has been sacked as manager of Cardiff City, and Terry Connor's also left, so that spot is now vacant. So if you could give your 2 pence worth on that, if you wouldn't mind, that would be nice. What are you thinking about that whole situation? I think Ian Pervader might be coming on. Not okay from Aberdeen. Yeah. Of course he did. Caddis was awful. He wasn't great, let's be honest. The fullbacks haven't been brilliant. We've never had a nail on fullback. One thing I've found. Nyambe's down injured. He's back up on his feet now. So hopefully, because obviously the JRC's still out, we don't need a right back injury. Pervader's definitely coming on. Ward's retired. Yeah, he has. New haircut for Pervader too, by the way. New haircut, new man. Jason Luteweiler, I mean, is that not a little harsh? He never really played for us. Burnley just equalised against Southampton. He never really played much for us, to be honest. But I suppose so. Yeah, Lambert signed Ward. He definitely wasn't a Mowbray signing anyway. It's Pervader for Nyambe. Is Pervader going in at right back, or is this a change of shape? I'm not even sure at this point. Nyambe is going down the tunnel. That's never a good sign. But it's Pervader to come on. Liam Feeney, another shout. I swear we had this discussion last week, by the way. I think we had this discussion last week. Antonio, good to see you. TSA Chop, good to see you. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Now Rothwell on the ball for Rovers. Can he find a blue and white shirt ahead of him? Goes alone. Still goes Rothwell. Post, please. Yes! Come on! Sammy Gallagher! Get in there, Rovers! Come on! Get in! Sam Gallagher with another one! Rovers in front! Rothwell again! A major part in it! Ball came off the post. Back to Gallagher who couldn't miss. Rothwell's some player, my days. Keeps the ball, takes it past one, nutmegs another, hits the post, back to Gallagher, right foot, first time, into the net. Come on, Rovers, let's hold this out. Rothwell's been class. Oh, I actually don't want him to go. I really don't want him to go. I hope that the pre-contract thing's all rumours. We need to sign him up. He has been unbelievable last few games, and probably our man of the match in this game too. Gallagher scored again. We're loving life a bit now. We'll take that. We'll bloody take that. It's the Pervader effect. It's the Pervader effect. That's what it is. He comes on and we score. He comes on and we score. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Come on. We just need to see this out. We just need to see this out. We need to see this out. Reading are already moving forward. Might even get a chance to celebrate. Oh my god, they nearly scored as well, but we're fine. We've got the ball away and we're okay. I thought we were going to concede there for a second as I was changing the overlay over. Rovers have got a free kick, so we're all right. I can change this over with safety. That's nice. I might get a replay on this one. I've got to bring up the super chat, though, of course, from Forest City. Where is it? Where is it? There's a lot of comments. Let me just have a look at this chance quickly. I think it just, cross goal. Oh, unlucky. Reading nearly equalised straight away. But look at all this buzzing. All the comments buzzing. Bingo, bango, bongo. Rothwell with the goal. Gallagher with the goal, sorry. Rothwell set it up. And, of course, the $5. Every time Gallagher scores, that bet was made in pre-season. And it's good to see that Forest City is honouring it as well. So, Sam Gallagher. I said when Gallagher inevitably scores, just get ready. And he has scored. So, I was right. I'll take that. Pervader back to Gallagher. Sprayed out wide. Is that Dolan now on the left? Is that Rothwell? Oh, it's a good effort, though! Oh, it's a good effort, though! It's 2-0 Rovers! It's 2-0 Rovers! What's a goal? It's Tyrese Dolan! He's got with a backflip as well! Rovers have got 2 in 2 minutes! A flurry! And that's some effort! Oh my days! 50th league start for Tyrese Dolan! And he caps it off with an absolute gem! 2 in 2 minutes for Rovers! Tyrese Dolan with a corker. Picks the ball up. Cuts in field. And just curls one from right on the edge of the area. Top right-hand corner. Dolan, you absolute hero. Come on. Get in there. What a man. The 5'5" Rovers god strikes again. He stuffed up the backflip. I don't really mind all that much. 2-0 Rovers. And now I get slightly worried. Because when we get 2-0 leads at home, we have a history of throwing them away. Especially when 2 goals come in quick succession. We did it against Luton. We did it against Coventry. Don't let there be a third time, Rovers. Don't let there be a third time. Someone's awake now. Damn right I'm awake. I ain't yawning now. And you know what? The rest of my family are probably awake too. So apologies to my family, but this is what happens. Yeah, foot to the pedal. We aren't sitting back. Hope to God we don't sit back now. I really hope we don't sit back. I really hope we don't sit back. Because if we sit back, it's just going to be the same again. It's just going to be a nervy 25 minutes. You lot can now understand how nervous I get when we get 2-0 leads. I just hope that the same doesn't happen. But that Tyrese Dolan hit, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. I just hope we don't sit back. I just hope that even if it's someone like Darrell Lenihan, just to motion the team forward and be like, right, we've thrown these 2 games away now. We can't throw this one away. Tyrese Dolan, the 5'5" god, strikes again. Bloody class. Bloody class. It's unbelievable. That hit is amazing. Rovers win it again. Great pressure. Dolan, could be a chance here for 3. Cut it back, please. Oh, everyone had made the run further forward. He cut it back and no one was there. Someone just needed to pull square for him and it may well have been 3-0. Puskas tries a kick and rush against Van Heck and wins the battle. Gets past Van Heck. Doesn't get past Darrell Lenihan. Of course he doesn't. Rovers free kick. Darrell Lenihan is now down, but great defending again from Lenihan. Is this a problem? All 3 of our subs could be down to injury here. Darrell Lenihan is down injured. We've lost Ayala. Oh, no, he's holding his knee. No, he's holding his knee. No, please, no. Please, no. He's back up on his feet. I don't... All right. Okay, I thought it was... Oh, I thought he was holding his knee. He's back up. He's back up on his feet. Thank goodness for that. Brayton was not involved in either goal. Did not score either goal. Was not involved. Oh, captain, my captain. Oh, I got so worried for a second because it looked like he was rolling over just in pure agony. Looked like he was holding his knee. I got very, very nervous. It's not that serious because he's back up. I thought it was serious, but it isn't because he's back up and running. But I thought that was a knee injury for a split second. And apologies for raising heart rates because of that, because of my initial judgment that was incorrect. Reading free kick, by the way, tight to the left-hand touchline. It's not serious, but we're lucky that that's the case. I thought it was for a second. How is Van Heck doing? Got skinned by Puskas just before in the lead up to that attack, but otherwise not doing too bad. It's now whipped in. Oh, nearly broke there for Reading. Cleared away out for a corner. I was just going to say, it was Travis who's hooked it away. I thought Reading were going to score, and it was just going to be that line. It was like, we never make it easy for ourselves. Travis was so alert. If Travis doesn't get there, it's 2-1 to Reading. We clear it away. Final quarter of the game. Just clear the ball. Just see the ball gone. Tyrese, get there, please. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do absolutely fine. I really want to see us hold this now, especially after the games that we've had in the past where we've thrown away 2-0 leads. I don't want us to throw another one. Yes, better than the pair of them, I'd say. I think Carter's better than McGlaw for what it's worth, but I think Van Heck's better than the pair of them. I don't think Carter's a bad player either, by the way. I think he could be a future centre-half alongside maybe someone like Scott Wharton when he gets himself right. McGlaw, I'm not so sure about. Oh, not a bad first touch, Pervader. Can you get there? No, he can't. Oh, great turn. Now Puska's trying to get in behind Van Heck. So they're trying to attack Van Heck, I think. Whipped in. Cleared away. And it's a Reading throw. We're into the final 20. Yeah, pretty simple answer there from Jared. Again, I'm nervous. I shouldn't be. 2-0 lead shouldn't make me nervous, but they do every time. Oh, Buckley gives it away in a bad area. Please, no. In towards the back stick. See it out for a throw. That'll do just fine. Just run this clock down. Yeah, Carter would be a better as a fullback. I mean, that's the good thing about Carter is he can play. He's versatile, can play both positions. I mean, we've seen McGlaw play right back too. The weird thing is they're not going down Bucco's side. I thought they'd try and go down the right hand side. Well, I mean, they've got Nyambe back there still, haven't they? They're going down Teo Eden's side, rather than Bucco's side. That's a free kick. I wasn't sure if it was inside or outside the box. It's a free kick. That's outside the area. That's fine. That's outside the area. I don't think we do have an option Sam Van Heck. I'm pretty sure it's just on a loan. I don't think it's a loan to buy. Yellow card as well for Van Heck. Free kick taken short. Good block, Buckley. Body on the line. We love to see it. Hoisted back into the middle. Reading trying to buy a penalty. Nothing in it. Gallagher is back to defend. Has to keep it alive or would have given away a corner. Does well. Don't need to go a man down. 2 yellows. Yeah, agreed. But do we want to wait until we make a sub? In case of another injury, because they seem to be, players seem to be dropping like flies at the moment. Do we just want to keep the same structure that we've got? Oh, Diaz tried to turn around the corner. Diaz has been poor today. Been really poor. Puskas just about keeps it on. It's into the middle. Well kept, Kaminski. Don't collapse on the ball. Send us away if you can. He's a good footballer, is John Buckley. Great footballer. Except sometimes, challenges, he gets things wrong sometimes. If he hadn't have fallen to the floor, then he could have sent Poveda away. But just taking a bit of the sting out of the game. Long ball towards Diaz. Is he going to get there? No. Trevor Bucco, Trav. Defo Trav. Saw that Blackpool 2-0 before. Gary Medine came up on the screen. But the thing is, Trav and Bucco could be part of, both part of the midfield long term for Rovers. So if we could keep hold of both of those lads, then that'd be class. Got to see how Lenihan is. Lenihan looks fine. He's moving fine. I just thought that he was rolling around and holding his knee, but maybe was trying to con the ref rather than being injured. Dolan, just run it. Oh, it's Poveda, sorry. Just keep running, Poveda. Good Poveda. He's got us up the pitch. It was a 2-on-1. He was probably never going to win it. Ball attempted to be clipped over the top. Out of play, though. And Rovers have got themselves a throw. We just need to get through. This game now. It'll be a really good 3 points if we can get them, obviously. I mean, I said before kickoff I'd be happy with a point. From here, I would now not be happy with a point, obviously. I think that's an obvious one. Time check, easy. 75, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Yeah, okay. We're approaching 76 minutes pretty much. Puska, spin live, this is coming on. And we just see it away, Dolan, good. Up towards Brio, flicked on. No one ahead of him. Brilliant goal from Dolan, it was. It really was. Bucko is riding the lightning on the yellow. And I'm all in. Fair enough. 76 minutes. Come on, you Blues. Definitely. Poveda doing better. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, again, small sample size in this game, but hopefully he just keeps going. Dropping too deep. Same old. Same old. Really just the same. Johnson for Bucko. Wouldn't be against it. We're just, again, we're just being hemmed into our own penalty area. Does Kaminsky prevent the corner? He does. He does a good job of it too. But I mean, we don't seem to learn. We don't seem to learn, Matthew. It's just a case of like, obviously the losing game we talked about in the Coventry game, where we've been 2-0 up at home and we've sat back, and we're sitting back again, and I'm scared that it's going to happen a third time. Not quite eternity. Not quite eternity. So who's still left on the bench? Clarkson, Johnson, Cadra, Pears, Butterworth. They're the 5 left. I don't think Butterworth comes on. Johnson might come on. Red now moving forward down their left-hand side. Rovers again sitting deep. Shot blocked by Travis. Reading winning the second ball. Van Heck heads away. Doesn't head it far clear though. Again, they're trying to go to the byline. Van Heck with a very, very crucial intervention. Dolan should look to run it away. Poveda loses possession. Gives away a stupid foul. And gets booked for it. Poveda just loses possession. Pulls him back. When we probably would have had the ball. We probably would have won the ball back. That's what just frustrates me. Just frustrates me. Because something like this, like a chance like this, a free kick like this could be avoided. Sloppy from Poveda. He's put us under unnecessary pressure there. It looks like we're going to deal with it. We've dealt with that free kick. We've dealt with, but it just doesn't need to happen. Doesn't need to happen. Can we not revert to possession like we did last season, just play keep ball? I mean, we did that very successfully. I mean, I say successfully. We did it in some games last season. Over, in the season it wasn't successful, but, we can play possession. I think we can. We haven't really done so this season, but maybe in a time like this, Maybe we could try it. Good, Trav. Gallagher gives it away. It was Gallagher who gave it away for Coventry's first. Don't be for Red first as well. Rothwell tries to step in. Ball lifted over the top. Van Heck cuts out. Trav lets the ball bounce. Rovers free kick. How many minutes is remaining? Time check. 80, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Dolan takes it past one. Might look to just whip the ball in here. Oh, does really well. Can he cut the ball back? He does to Poveda. Ian Poveda still. Oh, could have gone further back to Gallagher, but wanted to go alone. Puskas has got to do a lot of the work himself, then find support, but that actually wasn't bad from Poveda, to be fair. Maybe could have laid it off. But, you know, we're into the final 10 of the 90. Yeah, we're prone to throwing leads away against Preston. We're prone to doing that. We did that, obviously. We were 2-0 up away a few seasons ago and ended up losing that somehow. Well, once again, he's cleared away. Again, we're just sat deep. We're sat so deep. We're sat so deep where one goal is literally going to allow them something, you know, a chance back into the a way back into the game. Why do we sit so deep? It makes me nervous. Lucas Zhao. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. I don't know. I don't know if there's a Reading fan here that could answer that for us, but I'm not sure. Ball lifted in towards the back post and out for a goal kick. Right. Time ever so slowly is ticking away. And that's good for Rovers. Could be quite a lot of injury time. There could be a bit. It just is a Poveda chance. He actually did well. Just need. Oh, his shot got blocked, to be fair. I was quite unlucky from Poveda, if we're being honest. Okay, Reading gone to the bench. Is that Jamari Clark? I seem to remember him being 39. Ajaria is off. Largely ineffective in this game, Ajaria. And he's one of their best players for sure. So its limit has been good. I think this is Jamari. It is Jamari Clark. Who's come on? This has probably been Brio's worst game of the season, by the way. But he's been good in almost every other game, so you're allowed bad games. Poveda looks over the top. Ball just finds southward. Kaminsky's distribution. Probably an improvement, Dizzy Thumbs, to be honest. Probably an improvement. I mean, it hasn't been great to start the season, has it? But an improvement today. Just hoping that we see this out. Poveda, no foul. Okay, he's given away a foul, but advantage. It's now out for a Reading throw. Let's go, Rovers. Come on. Vamos, Rovers. He doesn't look like scoring. Brio actually doesn't look like scoring. He's not got in any goal-scoring position so far. Oh, it's good play. Block the shot. Good Van Heck. Run it out. Come on, Poveda. Poveda, run it. Oh, good ball. In for Brio. Back into the middle. That would have sealed it. It's Van Heck from centre half. What's he doing up there? What's he doing up there? He's nearly scored his first Rovers goal. Great ball from Poveda. Brio nods it down. How has he missed? That's easier to score than to miss. That's actually easy to score. All he had to do is just play the ball straight, and that's in the bottom corner. That's 3-0 game, set, match, and we're not nervous. Van Heck has to score that. He actually has to score that. He actually has to. He really should be scoring there. Van Heck should have scored. This is what I'm saying, Matthew. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying this. He should have scored. He's had a good game, he has, but he should have scored. Is this a Rovers change? I think it is. It is. Johnson on for Rothwell. So Bradley Johnson's on. Joe Rothwell's come off. Slightly surprised it's not John Buckley. Slightly surprised with him being on a yellow, but I suppose that, we're trying to protect Rothwell or something, maybe. I just hope Buckley now doesn't get sent off. But Rothwell's off. Johnson's on. It was a great run. It was a brilliant run from Van Heck from nowhere, right? He just kept running, but he should score when he's in that position. He really should score. It should be 3-0. Should be game over. We've got Derby soon, haven't we? They've just said that Derby, equalise against Coventry. We've got them very soon, like on the horizon. So interesting to see how that game goes. But we've got this one to close out first. Johnson's just been nutmegged. In a central position. Just block the shot. Block the shot. Good Teo Eden. Intercepted it. Go on, run it. Run it, Dolan. Pervader's forward of the ball. Keep going. Keep going, Ty. He's going to wait for support. He's got Brio on the switch. That might be audacious. Looks over the top for Pervader. Not going to find him. Rovers should have a throw, and they do. We're in a good position here. Good position. In the attacking half, we've got the ball where we want it. We've got the scoreline where we want it. And this is better than we've managed out the other two games that we've had a 2-0 lead. I mean, of course, against Cardiff, we had a 2-0 lead also. But excluding that one, I'm obviously referring to the Coventry and Luton games. Of course, we surrendered both of those leads. Teo Eden has been great this game. Probably man of the match. I'd still say Rothwell, but Eden's been class the last few games. According to BBC, yeah, Reading have had more of the ball. Reading have had much more of the ball, but obviously the one stat that matters is the scoreline, and at the moment we're leading that, so that's okay. Eden has been good, though. I agree. Eden has been very good. But my man of the match is Rothwell. All right. Long ball upfield. Rovers should deal with it. Travis. Can he find an option forward? He can find Brayton. Pervader looks to make the run in behind. Brayton ignores him, goes left to Tyrese Dolan. Can he cut it back for someone? Again, tries to cut it back for Gallagher, but he wasn't in the position where the ball eventually went to, and now Reading run it away. Good piece of defending there. Dolan should get there. 3-on-2. Massive chance for Rovers to seal it here. Dolan goes alone and nearly scores a second belter. Nearly outdoes his first effort. And Southwood's kept him out with a stunning save. Dolan, it was a 3-on-2 for Rovers. Isolated more, went alone on a 1-on-1 and nearly sealed it to make it 3-0. A lot of space had opened up for Gallagher, to be fair, but when he got himself into that position, you don't begrudge him for going alone. As we move into stoppage time, Rovers have got the ball exactly where we want it. We've got a corner, and it looks like we're going short. Or Travis has gone short, and that's where we'll go. We'll go short. That's fine. That's fine. Except we did try and hold it in the corner against Luton. Gallagher lost it, and we lost the points. So Reading looked to break. Johnson, cynical. What? Brilliant. That's what we missed against Huddersfield. We missed someone who was going to take a yellow. Johnson's been on about 2 minutes. He's taken a yellow. cynically bringing down the Reading man. That is cynical and brilliant from Johnson because they were breaking forward. They were breaking forward. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Who scored? Sorry, Emily. Dolan and who got the first one? Gallagher. Long ball forward for Reading. Into the area. Kaminski should claim and does. Can take probably 40 seconds here. Let's go, Ben Brereton. Love that. Buckley was timid after a yellow a few games back. He's now playing like a boss on a yellow, special player. Yeah, it's nice to see that Buckley, like we were all saying, even in the contributors chat, in the private chat, we're all saying Buckley needs to watch how he gets his yellows and needs to stop getting the yellows in that way. Kaminski, lucky, clears it against it, blocks. I think Jamari Clark gets in the way and it goes out for a throw. Kaminski very lucky, but it's going to work out. We were saying, oh, he needs to stop getting the yellows in that way. But to be fair, he's not let the yellow phase him. And I think he's been good second half in that regard. So a lot of praise. If we are to hold out this game, still got another 2.5 minutes of added time in which to navigate. Travis pulled back. Should be a yellow card. Can deal with that. Can deal with that. Yeah, 4 minutes. I thought I may not have mentioned that. I do apologise. 4 minutes, and we are through almost 2 of them on my screen. So Travis pulled back, and a simple yellow card to give, really, against Danny Drinkwater. On loan, of course, from Chelsea. We're through 2 minutes of the 4. Free kick taken quickly, back to Lenihan. We might actually be on for a clean sheet here too. Hopefully, at least. Buckley goes down the line looking for Gallagher. Put him under pressure. Gallagher pickpockets him, but Southwood gets there before he could. Brio was in the middle for a tap-in, but Gally couldn't get there. Headed away by Eden. First touch from Pervader's a good one. And just looks to run it into space, but and then the kick and rush tactic didn't quite work out. Reading looking to move the ball forward themselves now. Just a little back heel, but Johnson slipped. Van Heck across. He's done well. Just needs to see out. Just needs to defend this attack. We have done. Well cleared away. Even if Reading were to score from here, I think we would be fine. I'm so paranoid about Rovers when we're in these positions. So paranoid. Naive Steve, probably a solid prediction. They've run out our play, and we're going to see this out. I'm now confident, not nervous. We're going to see this game out. 3 massive points on the way for Rovers. Still got 30 seconds to navigate, but we're going to get there. Very, very professionally seen out. Massive fan of how we've seen this game out. And maybe it just shows the development from the Luton game and the Coventry game. Buzzing with his performance, second half, all over him. And it is nice to say that we're going to get the win now. All up to the referee, who puts the whistle to his mouth and blows it. Come on, Rovers! Massive win, first in 5. Really wasn't confident coming into today, but I'm buzzing leaving it with the result that we've done. Buzzing with that. Gally with 1 goal, Dolan with a peach of a second, and Rovers with a brilliant second half performance. Scintillating Rovers are able to get a 2-0 lead and close it out. How good is that to say? We've closed it out. We've done it. Got the job done. 2-0 win for the lads in blue and white. How good does it feel? It feels nice to win again. A game of football. First win since Cardiff. First win since Ben Brereton's hat-trick. A clean sheet that is so rare. Clean sheets never happen. And we've got one of those as well. Class. Absolutely buzzing with that result. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. Let's go! Come on, Rovers. Let's have that. We'll have that. Hugely important win. Hugely important win. Absolutely buzzing with that. Right. 100% we'll take that. We will take that. Very professionally seen out. I want to do a bit of post-match because I can. All right. First of all, while the viewership is still quite high, thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed to Rovers Chat yet, make sure to do so. Got some more content coming up. Obviously, post-match from this game, pre-match for all the games coming up. We're 1 point off the playoffs. That's something to be excited about. We've got all the post-match from the Reading game. We've got the pre-match coming up for every game following, which obviously starts with our trip to Derby next week at Pride Park. So that's the next game. We've got all the pre-match coming up for that. We've got on the other side, and all the good content, all the good Rovers Chat content. So make sure that you do subscribe. I'm not going just yet, Forest City. I'm still staying around for a bit if you fancy. I'm just making sure that I get the all the YouTube stuff out the way, and then we'll get into the Rovers stuff. So, man of the match seems like a perfect way to follow, and my man of the match is probably Joe Rothwell. I think in the first half, when we looked devoid of everything, looked devoid of attacking threat, of any sort of conviction, Rothwell was the one that would provide that running from midfield, and I think he carried that on into the second half. Was very sprightly, very enterprising, just constantly throughout the 90 minutes. I think he was the man of the match. Teo Eden deserves a mention. Tyrese Dolan deserves a mention. But I think, for me, Rothwell, even Van Heck after he came on, but Rothwell is my man of the match. No problem. Thank you all. If you are leaving us, thank you all for joining us. Much appreciated. Appreciated. Cheers, Teo. I'll be back on watch-alongs for Derby. Not sure about Fulham. Definitely for Sheffield United. But any questions you've got regarding that game and how I saw it, let me know. And I'll do a little bit of post-match because I actually enjoy doing it. So what questions do we want to have answered? Because I just want to say I know obviously we'll have an instant reaction from probably Ryan or Dan or someone. But my instant reaction, the way I sort of saw it, very professionally seen out. Like, we saw that game out. We made sure that we got the 3 points. Whereas Cardiff, I still think we sat back and tried to protect it. But we were able to see it out. Like, we didn't sort of worry about having a 2-0 lead this time. And I think especially against Coventry, after throwing the Luton one away, it was present in our minds that the 2-0 lead happened. Against Luton, and we were too worried. And now that both of those happened, we're now put those behind us and we can move on. Brereton was poor today for me. I think he was really quiet, which I love Diaz. He's brilliant, but he was just quiet today. He just wasn't able to work in, and I think he was quite poor. He didn't get any shooting opportunities, and it was the other forwards that took the limelight from him. That's my summation on Brio. Good job, well done, Rovers. Second half, definitely. First half was dire. Was a horrendous half for all the neutrals. Second half, just the double, the 1-2 punch, 2 goals, quick succession. It was 2 goals in 3 minutes. Perler of a goal from Tyrese Dolan. If you've missed it, get yourself on Quest afterwards and just have a look at the goal from Ty Dolan. Absolute peach. Unbelievable hit. So that was positive. I mean, Galley's was a tap in, but they all count for the same, don't they? I'm just watching these back now because the highlights have just come up on the screen. Galley actually hit the bar, didn't he, or the post in the first half. It was ever so close to going in, which was awesome. But yeah, I would say second half, for the fact that we closed the game out, good job, well done, Rovers. Kieran, thanks for joining us, mate. Well appreciated the support, and no problem. I always enjoy it. How serious are the injuries to Lenihan, to Nyambe and Ayala? Ayala, I didn't see anything happen. I just saw him hobble down the tunnel. this was Galley's chance actually that he should have scored or should have done better with, I should say. So I'm just looking through the highlights now, so I'll just do that quickly. Here was Rothwell's run. Rothwell, great run, took it past 4 or 5, hit the post, and Galley couldn't miss from there. Tap in, I think that's his 5th for the season, which to see him chip in is awesome. Rothwell, though, just credit goes to him. He just took it past. He just took so many Reading players out the game, and then Galley just reaps the rewards from it. And then Galley again picks up the ball, plays one short, nice 1-2 with Poveda, fizzes it out wide to Dolan. And this goal's a thing of beauty, to be honest. Oh, every time you watch it, Ty Dolan, you absolute hero. He did mess up the backflip, which is frustrating, but the goal was just beautiful. But yeah, we were solid. We closed out the game. We did sit back, like I said. But obviously, Ayala, Van Heck looked good after coming on for Ayala. He missed a sitter later in the game at 2-0, which would have made it 3 with about 5 minutes to go, which would have capped off a brilliant game for him. He really should have scored. He knew it too. But I loved how he got up straight away after missing, straight back to position. But we were solid. We did sit back. Teo Eden again was brilliant, I thought. So yeah, we did. We saw the game out. We are happy today. We are very happy. We are very, very happy. I am buzzing with that result. First half, were Reading good or were we just bad? I wouldn't say we were bad. I just think both sides were painfully average. And that's not a criticism of... I mean, I suppose it's a criticism of Rovers that potentially we didn't have any sort of cutting edge. But then again, I don't think Reading did either. I think it was just if you were to look up boring half of football, something like that would probably show up. So again, it's nothing, it's not a problem considering the fact that we were able to get the result. It was just a really, really boring half of football. So neither side set the world alight. Neither side were woeful. It was just one of those where the averageness, I know it's not a word, but the mediocrity of both sides cancelled each other out. That's the way I'd sort of put it. We're into the top half, 1 point off 5th, which is mad. If we'd have taken the 4 points from Coventry and Luton, we'd be in 4th right now. But that's okay, because that table is quite compact. From us up to Luton in 5th, we've got a better goal difference, and there's so many teams in between that. So 1 win breaks that open. I can't believe Derby are doing so well off the back of their deduction. Even with the 12 points, they're still looking like they could keep fighting. Tyrese for England, he should be in the under-20 squad at least. I don't know how he isn't. Should be in that setup because he's unbelievable. But he isn't for some reason. He needs to be because he's an unbelievable player, unplayable on his day. And tonight he had a good game. He had a really good game, especially, second half. I think he was much better. He even played out on the left. He got his goal from the left-hand side. Was able to cut in and shoot. Obviously, we've seen him play on the right, predominantly on the right or even as a false 9. But he played on the left, cut in from the left and scored from the left. And that was a beautiful, beautiful goal. So I'm buzzing to see that Ty can play, we've seen now, we saw against Millwall away last season that he could play as a false 9. We've now seen against Reading at home that he can play on the left. We've seen multiple times that he can play on the right, probably exemplified by Wickham at home last season. So he can play all across that front 3 and do a decent job. So there you go. Today I sleep happily. I will sleep very happily. And tomorrow, I can, I'll probably have to do some more schoolwork tomorrow, but I can go into that happy and positive. I can go into that work knowing that I've had this result, this success, and I can just be happy with life. Like, football makes me so happy. I spoke about at the beginning of the stream the potential, the problems that I've had mental health wise recently, and how I've not been the happiest. I've been stressed, and all the like, but football is one thing that always makes me happy, and Rovers is a club that makes me so happy, right? So seeing us win games of football just puts a massive smile on my face, and seeing us perform like we did today just makes me just buzzing. So I'm really happy tonight. and I will sleep very happily. Ty plays for England, who are a bigger prospect than Brio for Chile. That's a big, big call. Obviously, here Ty has never played for England yet, so I mean, to be fair, if you're right, the player that Ty Dolan will become will be a world beater because Brio's doing brilliantly at the moment for Chile. So if Ty tops that, then I tell you what, we've got some players on our hands. Need to win one more for the playoff, probably. Starts with Derby, doesn't it? Same time, same channel next week. Follow it up with 3 more points against Derby, and then we're in and around it. Obviously, the position that they're in at the league table at the moment looks horrible because they're bottom of the league. But you've got to take into account that they've had the 12-point deduction, haven't lost. So they've lost a couple of games. They lost to Sheffield United, 26th of September. I think that was the last time they got beat. Yeah, they haven't lost a game in the last 5. So without that 12-point deduction, Derby are in a much better position. Like Derby, I think, are in maybe 14th. No, in fact, they're not. They're 15th without the point deduction, which would be a more accurate reflection. So Derby's going to be a tough game. I know last season we battered them away. That was one of Ty Dolan's breakout games too. So same again. If you can score again, make the 4th goal become 5, then I'm happy. Buzzing with the result though. Buzzing with how well everyone played. The Niambe injury, Niambe and Ayala injuries, I don't think it'll be long. Ayala walked off, so I suppose we'll have to wait for the TM's assessment in the post-match press conference. But I think it's positives today. It's all positives today, other than the injuries, or mostly positives. Definitely the overbearing thing is positives, so we'll take that, definitely. I think that would just about wrap us up, unless there's any more points that we want to make. I'm happy to say maybe for another 5 more minutes. Possibly. Maybe another 5. And then I'll wrap it up. But it has been a very, very, very good stream. Rose happy? We are. We are very happy. We're all happy. It's great. It's nice to be happy. It's awesome. I love it. How's Scott Dan? I honestly forgot he was playing for the majority of the game. I did see him obviously early on. Did his job really. He was quite unsuspecting. Yeah, just an average 5 or 6 out of 10 kind of game, really. Just was unable to help his team across the line. And his old team got the win, which was nice. So yeah, didn't really do a whole lot. Former captain, I walked out with Scott Dan. I think I might have told the story before. I walked out with Scott Dan before a game against Sunderland in 2011 as a mascot. He wasn't captain at that time, though, I don't think. Can't remember who was. But I walked out with him. So that was my story. But he was quiet today, which was good. And in the end, as the scoreline suggests, they couldn't quite deal with him. I don't listen to the audio when I watch the games, so I have it on mute. So I have no idea whether he got a good reception or not, because obviously I didn't hear it. But I would like to hope so, because I think he deserves one. I don't think there would be any reason to not give him one. But yeah, I can't honestly tell you, so I do apologise. League table looking tight. That was the point I was making before. 2 points between 13 and 5th. I mean, 13th is Reading, the side we've just beaten, right? So we're in 12th. 5th is Luton, who we should have beaten. So in the middle of us and Luton, you've got Luton, Borough, QPR, Huddersfield, Stoke, Millwall, Blackpool. We've played most of those sides already. The only side out that we haven't played is Stoke. So we've got a mixed bag against them. We've won a couple, lost a couple. So it's interesting to see. A win against Derby, and we might be in that top 6 again. It will be asking a lot, but maybe, who knows. I agree with this comment. I think Rothwell, by the minute, maybe it's because he wants to put himself in the shop window, which is frustrating. But we need to try and keep him. We need to try and nail him down to a contract because he's been unbelievable. Especially today, he was immense again. I think he's a big loss, especially if he does go, and we need to find a replacement for him. I don't think we've got anyone in that team who can replace him at the moment, so we need to try and find one, wherever that be. I'm just going to quickly check the Luton result because we've got Miller here, who's the Luton fan, and Luton today is the 24th, so Luton won again against Hull 1-0. So we're all happy then. We're all happy. Rovers fans are happy. Luton fans are happy. We're all smiling. So that's good. Hope you enjoy the 3 points. And another point we've sort of said today, I think during the game, Mick McCarthy was relieved of his duties as Cardiff boss. And the results haven't been good enough for Cardiff. And on a results basis, he probably got what was coming to him, which was a sacking. So, yeah, I sort of wondered whether that might prompt the Venkies to do the same and sack Mowbray if we were to lose today. We haven't lost today, and things are all looking good. So it's good to see. Yeah, I've seen that you're fifth. I've got the league table up on my phone just alongside me here. We're in 12th, which is good. Very nice. And hopefully the negativity with the fans subsides a little bit. Eugene, I'm just going to go through a few more comments before I do go to sleep. I do need to go to sleep, so thanks for the advice. It's probably been Rothwell's best start to a season, 1,000,000% it has, and he's showing consistency, and he might be heading out the door. That's the frustrating thing, because Rothwell's been one of our best players so far this season, probably still doesn't get the plaudits he deserves, and then now he's heading out the door. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. But while we've got him, let's just cherish him because he's been unbelievable. I hope we can keep him. I hope the Rangers rumours are false, but for some reason I don't think they are. Luton Rovers playoff final. I would take that. I think, as much as I'm saying, how good this is and how good a winning feeling is, I just think we don't have to get ahead of ourselves. I know it's probably a comment said in jest, but, there's no point getting ahead of ourselves. We've had 1 win in 5. It was a great win today. And hopefully it's the springboard for a good run of form. But we need to take it 1 game at a time. And that starts with Derby at the weekend. What time is it? Tio, it's 3 a.m. It's 3:15 in the morning. So it's very, very early. But it doesn't feel like 3:15. It feels like 7 p.m. because I just feel like adrenaline after that result. So it is 3:15. I do need to sleep, but it's not too bad. Yeah, that's probably the reaction that most people got when I first told them how late I do these streams. I don't know how we replace Rothwell. That's the problem, because we don't have a player like Rothwell. I don't think there are many players like Rothwell in the league. So I hope we don't lose him. Although I'm not sure if we will. Blackburn Overseas, Dieter, Viva the Rovers, 100%, mate. I'm not sure if you did the watch along. If you did do the watch along, I hope that yours was as fun to record as this one was, because this one was a lot of fun, especially celebrating the Ty Dolan goals and the likes. But no, I had a lot of fun. Hopefully did the same. Obviously both based outside the UK, so of course when I wake up tomorrow morning I will I'll celebrate, and I'll be able to take this in because it was a great performance, especially second half, which was wonderful. So we'll take that and run. So thanks for hopping on. Is it ever? I was saying this. It is. It just improves your mental health so much, or improves my mental health so much, I should say. I think a lot of fans as well. Because I was just saying how much I look forward to Saturdays, especially when Rovers win. Rothwell, one of a kind. Agree. Good effort. Thank you. I agree on this comment about Rothwell. Rothwell is unbelievable. And the thing was, he's, was a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde kind of player. And now he's just churning out so many positive performances that that it's a shame that if we do lose him, it's a shame we're losing him now because Rangers are going to pick themselves up a player. I don't know if there is any chance we keep him. I hope there is. I've just every time that Dolan goal, it just keeps replaying on my TV. Every time, it's just wonderful. Like it's just amazing. The goal from Ty Dolan is probably my favourite this season, or the best this season. Probably the best we've scored this season. Maybe other than Brio's volley, that was kind of class. It's Sunday. It is Sunday, but I'm gonna celebrate. Defo gonna celebrate. A few non-alcoholic beverages, but I will celebrate in the morning because I have to sleep. I am very tired. I know I said it feels like 7 p.m. It does, other than the fact that I'm quite tired. But I need to get some hours in. Absolutely got nothing planned to do today now. But I just want to feel less tired. So I'm going to head off. Thank you very much. Very, very enjoyable stream, of course. We all know that the full time was Blackburn Rovers 2, Reading 0. But thanks for sharing in the watch along with me. Thanks to all that have come on and commented, been in the comments, and shared in this one. And I will leave you with the outro message. And that's what I will depart you with. Stay safe all. Take care. And goodbye for now. And hopefully you can subscribe to see many, many videos from Rovers Chat coming soon. See you in a bit.
The Rovers Chat YouTube channel is proudly sponsored by 6yardsout.com. They've got retro football from every era with mugs, phone cases and much more. They also have plenty of Rovers goods including apparel with the famous 94-95 season and this season's kit. Check them out.